Thank you much, and good evening tonight as we welcome you to Jerlow Field in Kindred. And we were talking up here in the press box. It's been 4 years since Central Cass and Kindred met on the gridiron here at Jerlow Field, 2016. That was the year the Kindred Vikings went to the state finals that year, losing to St. Mary's. Of course, won that memorable game against Shanley in the semifinals to winning on a Hail Mary pass to get them to the state championship game. But for a couple of years, 17 and 18, Kindred was in Class A. Central Cass was in Double A. Kindred back to Double A last year, beat the Squirrels by 10 over in Castleton, 25-15, about a year ago to the day. And tonight, the Vikings and the Central Cass Squirrels square off here. And for the Vikings, it's been a disjointed football season. Had their season-opening win. We were here for that when they routed the Northern Cass Jaguars a little over a month ago, 49-6 on August 28th. Had an off week with Turtle Mountain. They were scheduled to play Turtle Mountain, but Turtle Mountain going to distance learning in the fall and has had no and will not have any fall sports activities, so that game was canceled. They went out to Hazen 3 weeks ago and came away with a very impressive 39-6 win over the Hazen Bison, and then they've been in distance learning. They got back into distance education, or they were in distance education for a couple of weeks, got back into in-person learning this week, but during the distance education, there were no activities, no football, no volleyball. Their game with Stanley was postponed. They are still trying to make up the game with Valley City, talking with head coach Matt Crane earlier in the week, but they are looking to hopefully make up that game, being it as a region contest. They are 2-0. The Central Cass Squirrels playing some really good football right now. The Squirrels are 3-1 on the year after a season-opening loss to the Lisbon Broncos. They have taken care of Stanley, Watford City, and then a 30-0 win over Devils Lake, outscoring those three opponents by a count of 137-6. A 30-0 shutout of Devils Lake last week for homecoming. Had a good mix of run and pass. Brendan Maggio, 8 of 10 passing, 167 yards, as he did deliver a pair of touchdown passes. Actually, one from one to Jake Deutsch. And Owen Wiersma has really stood out on the ground. 19 carries, 127 yards. 3 rushing touchdowns last week as he had runs of 6, 6, and 14 yards. We'll take a quick timeout. We will come back. We'll visit with both coaches. We'll first visit with Tommy Butler, head coach of the Central Cass Squirrels. That comes up next. We'll do that in 30 seconds.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
And played, so
very good balance, run and pass. You get Owen Wiersma goes over 100 yards, and Brendan, after suffering that knee injury and that off week with the Turtle Mountain game that was not played, probably worked to his advantage, but very efficient offensively. 8 completions and 167 yards for Brendan. You got to love that balance.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing just excellent right now as far as that stuff. I think our run game is going really, really good. Owen's patience and vision is so elite, honestly. I haven't seen a back, especially as a sophomore, with that kind of patience and that kind of vision to see some of the holes. I know one of his touchdowns, I was standing next to our O-line coach, Avery Locke, and it was an off-tackle play to the left, and as he's going off tackle, he starts to cut it back, and both Avery and I were like, no, don't do, and he cuts it back, and there's a wide open hole that none of us saw. So, his vision's really good, but our O-line is really coming together really well. They're starting to get some camaraderie, and our communication's getting a lot better, and I think that's why you're starting to see a little bit more, of our run game really start working. And then, Brennan's efficiency has been outstanding. Just command of the huddle. But, make it a little easier, when you only have to throw, less than 10 passes a game, and you can come out and play that well. So
yeah, I'd say ball control offense. That's not something that's always been the case in recent years. But did that first game against Lisbon, the fact that how physical they were, not every team's going to be like that, but that was probably a pretty good message that was I think that was sounded off there after week 1.
Yeah, I would say what we did was we were going into the season. We have really, and nothing's changed since then, but we have really high expectations. We said we didn't want to just come in and just win a couple games or whatever, but we wanted to prepare like champions. We wanted to talk like champions. We wanted to do all those things to get us ready for that moment. But I think what happened was we came out there and we were a little bit more of we kind of just expected things to happen instead of making them happen. And I think, like you said, I think Lisbon coming out and kind of punching you in the mouth a little bit, kind of woke us up. I know I've said this a few times, as far as our coaching staff, I think we've gotten a lot better since then as well, myself included, as far as, I call the defense, and I just don't think I made very good adjustments against Lisbon. I think they had an outstanding game plan, and I told our kids on that following Sunday that, I would never let that happen again. I would never come out there and let myself kind of really be out-coached as far as making adjustment-wise. And then our kids said, hey, we're never going to get outplayed like that again, And so, if a team out-executes you, that's fine.
In here. gentlemen, welcome to Jerlow Field on the beautiful campuses of Kindred Public Schools to tonight's 2A football matchup between the Central Cass Squirrels and your Kindred Vikings. We're going to start off tonight with our starting lineups. We'll start with the Squirrels from Castleton and their defensive starting lineup. Let them get all lined up. At nose guard, wearing number 55, Josh Dixon. At one end, number 9, Miles Vance. At another end, wearing number 51, Tyler Cruchet. At one outside linebacker, number 3, Aiden Olson Tinglestead. And another outside linebacker, number 26, Owen Wiersma. At middle linebacker, number 7, Isaac Williams. And another linebacker, wearing number 44, Sam Badger. At one corner, wearing number 11, Frosty Wisniewski. At another corner, number 20, Will Ellison. At free safety, wearing number 19, Jacob Deutsch. And your strong safety for the Squirrels, wearing number
We'll take a timeout. We'll come back, visit with Kindred coach Matt Crane in 30 seconds.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Max McQuillan. At running back, number 21, a senior, Eli Heinrich. At wide receiver, number 12, a junior, Caleb Clobundi. Another running back, a sophomore wearing number 24, Trey Heinrich. At one tackle, wearing number 60, a senior, Max Vikander. At guard, number 52, a junior, Jacob Hyatt. Your center this evening, wearing number 68, a sophomore, Mason Nipstead. Another guard wearing number 66, a junior, Colin Lundy. And your other tackle this evening, wearing number 56, a sophomore, Blake Hushka. The Vikings are coached by Matt Crane, assisted by Eric Bergad, Nate Safe, Joe Harder, Ryan Sunram, and Brad Ambrosius. At this time, we ask that you please rise, face the flag in the southeast corner of the stadium for the singing of our national anthem by Kindred High School junior, Madison Getty. And freshman, Kenzie Knight.
let's play some football.
Alt-N. Okay. Matt Crane, head coach of the Kindred Vikings, as it will be the Squirrels to get the ball first, as we'll get to the starting lineups here in just a moment, as it'll be Jorgen Swenson has it teed up at the 40-yard line. A couple of men back deep for Central Cass. There's the kick. And we are underway towards the near side. Scott here at the 15-yard line. Up the near sidelines, out of bounds around the 22-yard line on the return by 26. Owen Wiersma on the return. Gets out to around the 23-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. We'll give you the Central Cass offense as we go along. 1st and 10 to the 24-yard line. Brendan Maggio at quarterback. Last week, 8 of 10 passing through for a touchdown. They'll work out of the shotgun. Receivers on each side of the field. It'll be a three down lineman front, 5 up on the line for the Vikings on 1st and 10 to the 24-yard line. Handoff. They try the right side with Wiersma. He's going to be stood up, maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll be about it. So I'll bring up 2nd down. No gain. Now bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 24-yard line. Just underway in this one, and no score. So they get the play from the sideline. We'll get you the Kindred defense. Let's do that right now. They'll go with Max Vikander at defensive tackle. The ends are Ethan McKinney and Colin Lundy. They'll go with a 3-4 defense. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 24-yard line. Go with a 3-receiver set, back to throw. Here's Maggio, fires underneath. It's off the hands of Prochnow, and it is incomplete, and it will be 3rd down. So 3rd and 10 coming. Pass a little bit hot, but incomplete. Underneath out there was Prochnow. Rest of the Kindred defense right now. Linebackers Jacob Hyatt, Chase Miller, Charlie Beaver, and Eli Heinrich. Corners are Trey Heinrich and Caleb Kolbundi. The safeties are Max McQuillan and Jorgen Swenson. Brendan Maggio at quarterback missed the Stanley game due to injury, but he is back, has played well the last couple of weeks. They'll go with a 3-receiver set, tight end right side of the formation. Owen Wiersma ran it well, is in the backfield alongside with Maggio on 3rd down and 10 from the 24-yard line, and we will have a penalty flag down. So that will move things back. Looks to be a procedure called against Central Cass. Squirrels have not beaten the Vikings since 2015. They did not play in the 2017 and 2018 seasons. So that'll bring up 3rd down and long. 3rd and long coming now. 3rd and about 15 at the 19-yard line. Ellison will motion out of the backfield. Shotgun snap back to throw. Maggio wants to set up a screen. They do, and it is wide of Wiersma, incomplete. Pass is incomplete, and that will be 4th down. Vikings look like they knew that was coming. Tried to set up the screen that time. The pass incomplete. Stops the clock with 11:07 to go, and it is a 3-and-out set there for the Squirrels. So nice job defensively, and that's one thing Matt Crane said. We're going to be fairly healthy coming into this one with having not had a game now for 3 weeks. That's certainly if there is one positive to that, that is certainly it. So back to punt, it will be Maggio. He's back at around his 10-yard line. Deep man, looks like Jorgen Swenson back for the Vikings. Here comes the kick, high end over end towards the near side, and it is fair caught at the 46-yard line. Fair catch called for and made that time by Jorgen Swenson. So the Vikings will get good field position with 10:59 to go here in the opening quarter. So it'll be first down and 10. 10:59 to play, and it'll be at the 45-yard line. So excellent field position for the Kindred offense, who put up some big numbers, nearly 50 in that season opening win over Northern Cass. And Max McQuillan at quarterback. The Heinrichs in the backfield alongside on 1st and 10 from the Squirrels' 45-yard line. Squirrels are good enough, just 6 points in their 3-game winning streak. Quick pass out. McQuillan swings it out left side. Caught by Heinrich at the 45. Going to be wrapped up and down. Trey Heinrich with the catch there. Good pursuit. And he gets out to the 44-yard line. Pickup of about a yard. As Trey Heinrich making that catch. Brought down by a host of Squirrels. Get you the Central Cass defense as we go along. Again, without Cade McKinnon. The ends are Miles Vance and Tyler Cruchet. Nose guard is Josh Dixon. The outside linebackers Aiden Olsen, Tinglestead, and Owen Wiersma. Inside backers Sam Badger and Isaac Williams. It'll be second down and 9 from the 44-yard line. Man comes in motion to the backfield. Face toss left side. That is Heinrich short side. 45. It is grab by the ankle and forced down at around the close to about the 40-yard line. Trey Heinrich on the carry. Will bring up third down coming here. It'll be third as they get out to about the 40-yard line. So it'll be third and about 5 coming as they get that toss short side to Heinrich. Frosty Wisniewski on the stop for the Squirrels. Frosty Wisniewski in that secondary. It'll be third and about 4 coming as all at the 39-yard line. Needs to get to the 35 for the first down. The Heinrichs in the backfield along with McQuillan in the gun. They'll spread out Ethan McKinney and send him wide to the right side. Single coverage with Ellison. Back to throw McQuillan. Steps into one. Deep down the right side. It is underthrown for McKinney. Makes a juggling catch. Inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. It's going to be first and goal. McKinney using that height advantage. They put him out there in single coverage out of the edge and makes the grab. They'll mark it down. There is a penalty flag down as well at the 5-yard line. Pass interference against Central Cass. They'll get Ellison for pass interference that time. 34 in the connection to the UND signee, Ethan McKinney. And it's going to be first down, first and goal on the 5-yard line.
That'll bring up a first and goal for the Vikings on the Squirrel 5-yard line.
So it'll be down to the 5-yard line. So first down and 10. 9:23 in counting here. It'll be first and goal at the 5. Handoff up the middle. That is Eli Heinrich. Bounces his way in. Ball popped out, but he crossed the goal line first. He's in for a Viking touchdown. That goes in for the score. So Eli Heinrich goes in for the touchdown now. That'll make it a 6-0 game. So Eli Heinrich goes in 5 yards for the score. Finishes off that scoring drive right there. As a 4-play drive for the Vikings as they will go for the 2-point convert. Actually, no, they're going to kick, beg your pardon. They've used Riley Sunram on extra points, and they will this time. Kick is up, and it is good. So the extra point knocked in, and it's a 7-0 Viking lead. 9:17 to go here in the opening quarter. It is 7-0 in favor of Kindred. We'll take a break. Be back with more football here from Kindred after this 30-second timeout.
Tonight, I'll be eating chicken tikka masala with garlic naan. Cheers.
I win again. Patrick.
That's Sir Patrick.
Ooh, sir. Tonight, I'll be eating roasted cauliflower tacos with spicy chipotle sauce. Thank you. Oh! Yeah! I wasn't ready!
You want cheese to go with that wine?
So the scoring drive goes 4 plays, 45 yards in a minute and 42 seconds. Heinrich goes in 4 yards for the touchdown. Kick end over end near side. Wiersma at the 20-yard line on the return. Goes to the middle of the field. 25, gets free at the 30. It's contact. It'll be down close to the 34-yard line. 9-11 as Wiersma on the return. 9-11 to go here in the opening quarter. So the second offensive series here for Central Cass. They'll start now on their market at the 33-yard line. So we'll be first down and 10. First and 10 at the 33-yard line. So 7-0 in favor of Kindred. As it will be first and 10 from the 33-yard line. Brendan Maggio is at quarterback. We'll go with twins on each side of the field. Wiersma to the left of Maggio in the gun. 3-4 defense for the Kindred Vikings. High snap, handoff. Here's Wiersma up the middle. Gets free at the 35, middle of the field. 40, 45 into the secondary and brought down close to midfield. So that'll be a first down to the, actually give him to the 50-yard line. So Wiersma, Tommy Butler talked about it. They like his vision. They like what he can do once he gets into the open field. First and 10 at midfield to the 50-yard line. No huddle offense. Wiersma up the middle, able to find just a sliver of space and gets out to about the 48-yard line. That'll be a pickup of a couple. 3 carries, 18 yards for Wiersma. On the offensive line, Chase Miller on the stop for Kindred. On the offensive line, Cole Ferguson the center, Dylan Sell and Tyler Cruchet are the guards. Garrett Haugen and Josh Dixon the tackles. Wide receivers are Logan Prochnow, Jake Deutsch, Will Ellison, and Ashton Chapeski. We'll use him as a wide receiver / tight end. 4 receivers set. They'll move Ellison in motion him to the backfield now on second down and 8 at the 48. Fumble, loose ball. It's a race for the ball. The Vikings say they have it at around the 47-yard line, and they do. Kindred ball. Miss exchange on the handoff, and the Vikings come up with a recovery at the 47-yard line. Miss exchange on the handoff, and the Vikings again will get the ball. 8:21 to go, and they will have first and 10 on their 47-yard line. With 8:21 to play, it is first and 10. And then second drive and another drive will start in Central Cass territory. 7-0 in favor of the Vikings. We'll go with a 3-receiver set. First and 10 now at the 47. McQuillan in the gun. 2 receivers here to the near side of the field. Trey Heinrich, the slot receiver to the right side. Eli Heinrich, the tailback. McKinney at tight end. Back to throw. Here is McQuillan. Flyers left side for McKinney. It is incomplete on coverage. Frosty Wisniewski out there in the secondary. And he'll bring up second down. So they had McKinney lined up tight end right side of the formation, trying to come across the field. Incomplete. Secondary for the Squirrels. Frosty Wisniewski and Will Ellison at corners. The safeties are Jake Deutsch and Adam Roden. Roden an interception this year in the season opener against Lisbon. Second and 10 now. 7-0 Vikings. Second and 10 now from the Central Cass 47-yard line. 3 receivers set. The Heinrichs alongside, 1 each side of the gun. On the option, McQuillan. Pitch to the outside. Fumble. Ball is loose at the 50 as Eli Heinrich got popped, but I think the Vikings got it back, and they did. So it's going to be third and long coming is on the option. Ball carrier got popped that time. Ball came out and recovered on the other side of the 50 at the 49-yard line. So it's going to be a loss of about 4 that time. Charge that to Eli Heinrich, and it's going to be third down and long coming. Each team 1 first down so far. Third and long coming here for the Vikings. 1 of 1 so far on third down. It'll be third and long from the 49-yard line, their own 49. 3 receivers set. See if the Squirrels, if they do send an inside blitzer. McQuillan back to throw. They will send pressure. Rolling right, McQuillan steps into one deep down the right side. McKinney single coverage with Ellison, and off his hands and incomplete. One-on-one out there with Will Ellison on the outside. Is McQuillan able to avoid pressure, step into one that time, and fired one deep downfield, and he tried to use that tall frame, see if he could out-jump Will Ellison. Pass goes incomplete. 2 of 4 passing is McQuillan, and it will be fourth and long. Clock stops now with 7:22 to go here in the opening quarter. And Jorgen Swenson out to punt here for the Vikings. So Squirrels dodge a bullet there after the fumble. Nearly got a fumble recovery of their own. Snap on fourth down, and here's the kick. Sunram with the kick. Punt is short, and it's going to take a backwards bounce and out of bounds at the 44-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10. Looked like Riley might have got that one and might have towed that one. Short kick and out of bounds. It hit at the 40 and bounced back. So the punt's only going to go 7 yards. And these Squirrels, not only did they dodge a bullet there, they come back nicely after giving it up on a turnover. They get a stop. They get a 3 and out. Not only that, they get pretty good field position. So it worked out fairly well for them. 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Tight end right side. 3 receivers set. 2 here to the near side. Wiersma to the left of Maggio in the gun. Heinrich may show blitz on the outside. Wiersma starts up the middle, tries to turn left, and will pick up about a yard. So he gets out to about the 45-yard line. He'll bring up 2nd and 9. Wiersma will pick up a yard, as Wiersma so far 4 carries and 19 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 9 from the 45-yard line. 7-0 in favor of Kindred. And we 2nd and 9. At the 45-yard line. Handoff, here comes Wiersma, tries the left side. Good pursuit by the Vikings. He broke away from first contact and getting out to about the 47-yard line. He got a couple of extra yards off of contact there, and it'll be 3rd down and about 7 coming. They'll mark it at the 48. Good pursuit. That was the one thing we talked about with Matt Crane watching the Vikings earlier against Northern Cass in their season opener. And it'll bring up 3rd down and about 7 now. 6:02 and counting. Halfway through this first quarter. 7-0 in favor of Kindred. 3 receivers set. Slot left is Ellison. Receiver right on the right side is Deutsch in single coverage. Eli Heinrich shows pressure from the outside. Maggio back to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Looking. Fires underneath. It is caught and dropped in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Ashton Chapeski, and incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. Low but catchable that time, as Maggio did a good job to extend the play. Tried to fire low, but that pass incomplete. Maggio 0 of 3, but I think Ashton Chapeski will tell you, yeah, that's on me on that one. It'll be 4th down. Clock stop with 5:47 to play. 7-0, so Central Cass's offense 3 and out. Three and out, a turnover, and now it's going to be a timeout here. Timeout called by Central Cass. So timeout Squirrels, that'll be their first charge timeout. We will break with 5:47 to go here in the opening quarter. 4th down coming for the Squirrels. It is a 7-0 Kindred lead. We'll take a break. Be back with more after this 30-second timeout.
It seems around here every town is a sports town. And why not? Sports were important to us growing up, and we want the same for our kids. To get involved, to compete, because that's how kids learn to lead. And why Farmers Union Insurance supports these programs. They know sports aren't just about building skill and strength, but about building character. Farmers Union Insurance. They don't just protect our community, they invest in it.
Opening quarter, it is $7-0 in favor of Kindred. Coverage brought to you this evening. 1039 The Truck, 1039thetruck.com. It is brought to you by Castleton Veterinary Service, Castleton and Fargo, Ottertail Power Company. As the Squirrels will see, they may line up to go for it here on 4th down. And they're going to go for it on 4th down. Maggio back to throw, fires underneath. Deutsch the catch, 1st down, avoids the defender at the 40, near side 30, 35, and it's going to be a 1st down as he gets out to about the 33-yard line. That'll be enough for a Central Cass 1st down, so they elect to go for it, and they connect to Deutsch to the 33-yard line. That'll be 18 and a 1st down to the 33-yard line. So Deutsch makes the catch, able to come across the middle that time. And it will be a 1st down. So it'll be 1st down and 10 now from the 33-yard line. 18 by our counts on the connection. 7-0 in favor of Kindred. 3 receivers set. Twins on each side of the field. Majo in the gun. Wiersma. Handoff, starts right, turns back inside, and maybe back to the line of scrimmage. And that'll be about it. First guy there for the Vikings. Into the stop 52, Jacob Hyatt. First contact, got plenty of help from his friends. And boy, if one guy misses a tackle, there seems to be one, if not more, that come up and able to finish things off. 6 carries, 20 yards so far for Wiersma. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. We'll call it second and a long 10 from the 33-yard line. Inside of 5 minutes to go. 7-0 in favor of Kindred. 4 receivers set slot to the left side is Ellison. Here's Majo back to throw at his 40. Pressure coming in, delivers it over the middle into traffic and incomplete. Intended for Frosty Wisniewski. Well covered out there. Trey Heinrich, one of those guys back on coverage for Kindred, will bring up third down.
That'll bring up 3rd and 11.
The third and long coming here. Now a third down and long at the 34-yard line. Bring up third down and long. Majo in the gun. Twins on each side of the field. 3-man front. Takes a chest-high snap back to throw. Here comes pressure. He'll fire deep down the right side. Man is wide open, but overthrown and incomplete. Frosty Wisniewski was all by himself that time. And the pass goes incomplete. It'll be 4th and long.
Frosty Wisniewski is incomplete. 4th and 11 for the Squirrels.
So it's going to be 4th down. It'll be 4th and about 11 coming. So it'll be 4th down, 4th and 11 coming here now. It'll be 4th and 11 back at the 34-yard line. 4.5 minutes to go as it's like the Squirrels will go for it again. This will be, by our numbers, the 8th play of the drive. 8th play of the drive coming. Twins on each side. It'll be 4th and 11 at the 34-yard line. Wiersma to the left of Majo in the gun. Back to throw. Steps up in the pocket, trying to get away. Again, gets belted. And the pass is underthrown and incomplete. Felt some pressure as Max Vikander came in and got to Majo as he delivered that ball. Oh, it ended up underthrown and incomplete as he took a shot that time. 8-play drive, and they give it up on downs with 4:24 to go here in the opening quarter, and Kindred with a 7-0 advantage. Squirrels took nearly 3 minutes off the clock that time as Kindred scoring on their opening drive and went 3 and out on their second possession. Their first 2 drives starting in Squirrels territory. This one starts on their own 34-yard line. 1st and 10 on the 34. 2 backs alongside McQuillan into the gun and a 3-receiver set. Out of the shotgun, handoff up the middle. As on the carry, Eli Heinrich fights his way for a pickup of 4 out to about the 39-yard line. So Heinrich picks up 4, will bring up second down. 2nd and 6 coming here now as we are approaching 4 minutes to go. 3rd offensive series for Kindred. So the Vikings have come out looking actually fairly fresh defensively. They have looked very sharp. Flying to the football well. Squirrels have picked up a couple of first downs so far. 2nd down and 6 here from just shy of the 39-yard line. 7-0 in favor of the Vikings. Pearson receiver to the right side. Eli Heinrich tries to go left, turns inside, and maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll be about it. Garrett Haugen, one of the Squirrels, into the tackle, maybe get a yard out to the 39-yard line. It'll bring up about 3rd down and 5. They'll mark it just shy of the 40-yard line. 3.5 to go here in the opening quarter. Check again for the Vikings. Jacob Edgerly comes in as a tailback. They'll split out McKinney wide to the right side. Single coverage with Ellison. Matt Pearson wide to the left side. Slot receiver to the right. It'll be 3rd down. Let's call it a long 5 just shy of the 40-yard line. 5 up on the line for Central Cass. Low snap, rolling right. McQuillan fires underneath. It is caught. It'll be a first down. Nice catch there. Caleb Klabundi underneath and packing a punch. Made the catch around the 43 near sideline and lowers the shoulder and gets out of the 46 and a first down for the Vikings. So pickup of 6 there. Will Ellison into the stop, but Klabundi made that catch, lowered the shoulder, and blast his way for a Viking first down. So they're 2 of 3 on first down as the blue-clad Vikings quickly hustle up to the line here on first down. Handoff, it is Eli Heinrich. Escapes a tackler in the backfield, moving the pile forward across the 50 and gets to about the 50-yard line. Sam Badger looked like was the Squirrels defender that had a chance to maybe finish him off in the backfield. He gets out to around midfield. It'll be a pickup of 4 for Eli Heinrich. And it'll be 2nd down and 6, down to 2:35 to go in the opening quarter. 7-0 in favor of the Vikings. 5th play of the drive coming here after Squirrels gave it up on downs. On the offensive line for Kindred, Mason Nipstad at center, Colin Lundy, Jacob Hyatt the guards, Max Vikander and Blake Hushka the tackles. On the handoff, it's Ethan McKinney. McKinney gets a carry. He gets to the 46. They'll move the pile forward close to the 45. Looks like forward progress going to be stopped at around the 46-yard line. So there's a different look. And Tommy Butler talked about we always know we're going to get a different wrinkle from Matt Crane every time we see them. And, well, Ethan McKinney, the UND commit, goes to the backfield that time and picks up 5. And it's going to be 3rd down and a yard, just shy of the Squirrels' 45-yard line. Inside of 2 minutes to go, 1:48 and counting. Overload, strong side of the right side, tight set. Heinrich wants to throw it after the toss, fires it deep down the right side for McKinney, and it is punched away and incomplete. Nicely done by Jake Deutsch. The toss went to Eli Heinrich. They went on the option that time, and Eli downfield, single coverage. McKinney and Deutsch able to slap it away. Spiked it like a volleyball player that time, and incomplete. And it'll bring up 4th and about a yard. So they went to the bag of tricks, and you can say that's not a bad time for it. You've got 3rd and a yard, and you confidence in your offense. They're going to go for it here. 4th and a yard, just shy of the Central Cass 45. 7th play of the drive. 3 backs, diamond package in there, handoff, Heinrich up the middle, Eli 1st down and more across the 40. He'll drag a couple of defenders with him to the 34-yard line. There's a 1st down. So Eli Heinrich on the carry, blasts his way through. It'll be a 1st down to the 35-yard line, a pickup of 10, his longest run of the night. So 1st down to the 35-yard line, 6 carries, 20 yards now for Eli Heinrich. That is the 3rd 1st down for the Vikings. And it'll be 1st down now, 1st and 10 of the 35-yard line. 3 receivers set, 2 here to the near side, and a flag down. Movement or perhaps delay of game. It's going to be procedure the call. Charlie Beaver in there as a receiver slot to the right side. Procedure the call will be the first penalty of the night against Kindred. So that'll back things up now to the Squirrels' 40-yard line. Charlie Beaver into the game. He is a slot receiver to the right side. McKinney wide to the right. Heinrich's the tailbacks alongside Max McQuillan at quarterback for the Vikings. On the option, McQuillan cuts it under. He'll take it himself. Fights his way to the 38-yard line. Did the ball come out? Apparently it did not. So McQuillan, who he lost a fumble earlier, was there a fumble? Well, we'll see. We've got an injured Viking player down, so officials timeout with 51.9 seconds to go. And is that McQuillan? No, it looks like it might be perhaps Eli Heinrich. Trying to see who that injured Viking is right now. 51.9 seconds to go here. This drive is soaked up about 3.5 minutes off the clock. And tell you what, we'll take a timeout here with the injury. Timeout of the field. We will take a break. As we will take a timeout here as 52 seconds to go here in the first half of play. 7-0 Vikings. We'll take a break. Be back in 1 minute with more on this injury timeout.
Three Lions is now back to a full menu and is open 7 days a week once again. Plus, they are kid-friendly until 9 p.m. every night with a brand-new kids menu. Stop in and ask one of the friendly staff about the daily food specials. Three Lions is now open Sundays 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., Monday through Thursdays 11 a.m. to midnight, and Friday and Saturdays 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. Three Lions in West Fargo, proudly cheering on all Fargo, West Fargo, and other area teams playing on Magnitude Sports in the 2020-2021 high school sports season. Ask your server to turn on the game at Three Lions.
Toss left side as it'll go out to about the, let's see, they mark it down.
As a run by number 24, Trey Heinrich.
Trey Heinrich on the toss, gets out to the 39-yard line. like Eli Heinrich was the one that was shaken up. No gain on the play. Will bring up third down and long.
3rd and 14 for the Vikings.
Brings up third down and long. 3rd and about 14 coming. As will be 3rd and 14 now at the 39-yard line. Final minute of play coming here, actually 14 seconds and counting. McQuillan back to throw, fires right side. It is nearly intercepted, intended out in the right flat for Beaver. And it is nearly picked off by Will Ellison and incomplete. So McQuillan, 3 of 6 passing 40 yards and dodged a bullet there. It'll be 4th down. So it'll be 4th down as punting unit out for the Vikings. We'll see if they can pin him back deep. Jake Deutsch is the deep man back for Central Cass inside the 10 and around the 5-yard line. Ready to take the punt here. I believe it's Sunram once more, and it is. Riley gets the kick away from midfield and over end, and it'll take a bit of a Viking bounce, but he ends him inside the 20. Charlie Beaver downs it around the 14-yard line on the final play of the first quarter. So the first quarter comes to a close as Kindred took advantage of a short field, scored on their opening drive. Couldn't take advantage of a Squirrels turnover, but they've got the lead after one quarter in the books. It is Kindred 7, Central Cass nothing. We'll come back for the second quarter. We'll do so after this 1-minute timeout.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the
Seven nothing your score as we welcome you back to Jerlow Field in Kindred. Brad Anderson here, 7-0 in favor of the Kindred Vikings. Central Cass will start their 4th offensive series. It'll be 1st down and 10. 1st and 10, Squirrels now from the 20-yard line. 4th offensive series for Central Cass. They'll be heading to the south end zone on 1st and 10. Brendan Maggio in at quarterback. We'll go through some of his numbers here as we go along. He's 27 of 38 passing, 71% completion rate, 454 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 1 interception. 1st and 10, the snap goes loose. It's into the end zone, but it's going to be a flag down. So that's going to stop things. A little bit of confusion there as the snap sailed by Maggio. I don't think he was expecting the snap that quickly, and the penalty flag stopped him. 5-yard penalty backs him up, and it'll be 1st and 15 back at the 15-yard line. So 1st and 15, penalty backs him up. Second Central Cass penalty for 10 yards. So 1st and 10. Maggio with Wiersma in the backfield. 4 receivers set. Twins on each side. 1st and 15 to the 15-yard line. Handoff right side. Try to turn back inside. Wiersma just nowhere to go. He may have lost some more yardage. Actually, the 1st and 15 back at the 10-yard line. Correction on that. The Sunram punt backed him up at around the 15. That'll move him back now to the 10. Ethan McKinney in on the stop. So Wiersma no gain. Credit for no gain on that play, and that'll back things up. That'll bring up 2nd and long. We'll try and keep you updated on some games around the region tonight. Thompson at Lisbon, Winemere Lidgerwood, Finley Sharon, Hope Page, Northern Cass in action tonight as well. And 2nd and long. Back to throw. Here's Maggio back at his goal line. Fires over the middle into traffic and incomplete. Intended for Logan Procknell. Tried to fire it into a window that quite frankly wasn't there and incomplete. A couple of men back deep. Max McQuillan back there. Jorgen Swenson back on coverage for the Vikings as well. They'll bring up 3rd down and long. So maybe a key situation here for Central Cass. 11:19 to go in the second quarter. It is 7-0 in favor of the Vikings. And now a situation here on 3rd and long. Boy, if you can get a stop here, you can really set yourself up potentially for some good field position. Squirrels trying to convert here on 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 from the 10-yard line. Back to throw Maggio inside his 5. Here comes pressure, and he will be sacked back at around the 6. Sack back at the 6-yard line. Couple of Vikings converging. Vikander was one of them. They get to Maggio for the first time tonight. And Central Cass goes backwards on 3 plays there, and it's going to be Riley Sunram. I think he and Vikander are going to share that sack that time.
4th and long for the Squirrels.
Update Oaks 37-0 on Oak Grove. That is just underway early in the second quarter at Oak Grove. Swenson back at his 40-yard line. Maggio will be punting. He's about 3 to 4 yards into his end zone. Snap about helmet high and gets the kick away. End over end. It'll hit at the 30-yard line. Does take a bit of a Central Cass bounce across the 35, across the 40, and will be down to the 42-yard line. Isaac Williams downs it there, so got a friendly bounce. 36-yard punt, no return, and 10.5 to go here in the first half. 7-0 in favor of Kindred. Quick moving ball game, and this will be the 4th offensive series for the Vikings. 3 of them have started in Central Cass territory, once on the 45, once on the 47. Last drive started in Viking territory. And it'll be 1st and 10 now from the 42-yard line. We'll try and keep you posted on some other games around the area tonight. 1st and 10 Kindred from the Central Cass 42-yard line. 7-0 Vikings. 5 up on the line. 2 receivers wide to the right side. And coming in motion on the keeper. McQuillan has some room up the middle. 40, 35, and he is gang tackled and down at around the 34-yard line. Deutsch and Roden in on the stop for Central Cass out to about the 34. As he faked and looked outside, and then McQuillan sprinting up the middle, found a hole up the middle and picks up 8 to bring up 2nd down and 2. 2nd and 2 now from the 34-yard line. Caleb Clabundi is in as a receiver. He'll line up wide to the right side. Matt Pearson wide near side. McKinney tight end to the right side of the formation. Jorgen Swenson to the backfield. Trey Heinrich on the carry, tries the right side. He's across the 30 and gets across the 30 to about the 28-yard line. So Trey Heinrich picks up 6. That'll be a Viking first down. Vikings have run by my numbers for 43 yards. That'll be a first down, the 4th for the Vikings. Will Ellison in on the tackle. The Heinrichs, Eli and Trey, and Ethan McKinney are cousins. Appreciate that nugget. Thank you, Pam. Glad you're watching and listening. It is 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. Vikings need 7-0. Low snap, fumbled as McQuillan couldn't take it out. And it was Trey Heinrich that did, and a host of Squirrels swarm on him back on the other side of the 30 and around the 33-yard line. So it's going to be a loss of 4. Trey Heinrich ended up picking up the loose ball as McQuillan tried to scoop up that low snap. He couldn't do so. Trey Heinrich quickly snatched it, and they live to see another play. 2nd down and 14 from the 33-yard line. We're down to 9 minutes. 9 minutes right now, first half. It is 7-0 in favor of the Vikings. Trips to the right side. McQuillan looking, fakes on the screen, fires deep down the right side. It is up for grabs, and it is it caught? No, incomplete. Down the right side, incomplete. Intended out there for Clabundi. As Clabundi out there in single coverage, they sent 3 receivers. Wide to the right side, incomplete. As Beaver will check in for Clabundi, and it's going to be 3rd down and long, 3rd and 14 from the 33-yard line. 8:51 to play here in the first half. Kindred 7, Central Cass nothing. First time they've met here at Jerlow Field with the Squirrels and Vikings since 2016. McQuillan rolling left, now steps in the pocket, stays in the pocket, fires down the left side for Pearson. It is a jump ball and batted away and incomplete. Broken up that time nicely by the senior Adam Roden. Roden had kind of cut him off that time, kind of cut off the angle that Matt could try and get to that ball and got his hands on it and poked that free and incomplete. So it'll be 4th down and the Vikings will punt. So Sunram Riley back at his 47-yard line. We'll see if they can pin him back inside the 20. They pinned him back at the 15 on the last punt. Snap about chest high. Here comes the kick and angles it towards the far side. Deutsch will let it go. It's at the 5 and they down it. Reaching and downing out of the Vikings at around the 1. Boy, that hit at the 5, and a nice job to down that ball. A couple of guys back down there for the Vikings.
Sunram's punt was done.
Like Lucas Klabundi downed it at the 2-yard line. I believe it was Lucas Klabundi, number 10, that came up with it.
There, 1st and 10.
And the Squirrels are backed up, so they elect to try and play the field position game, and they come up huge on that. 8:34 to go, and the Squirrels are backed up in the shadows of the north end zone, trailing 7-0. 7-0 in favor of the Vikings. Football coverage brought to you tonight by Onstead Twitchell Law Firm, by Kindred State Bank, by Hopewells of Kindred and Castleton Lumber. So the Squirrels backed up 98 yards from where they want to go. 1st and 10 on their own 2-yard line. Sam Badger in, they'll go I formation. Left side of the handoff. Wiersma trying to get out of the end zone and does. Left side pursued well by the Vikings and fights his way out to the 5, maybe the 6-yard line. 8:21 and rolling as Wiersma 8 carries, 24 yards by our numbers. Second and about a long 6 coming. Numbers for Owen Wiersma. 50 carries, 305 yards, 6 rushing touchdowns. It'll bring up 2nd down and short 7, long 6. Brought down in play inside of 8 minutes to go first half. 7-0 in favor of the Vikings. It'll be 2nd down and 6 from the 6-yard line. Deep tailback is Wiersma. Maggio, Wiersma tries the right side and gang tackled. Gets out to about the 7. Pickup of about a yard. Sunram, one of the Vikings, in on the tackle. They've really not let Wiersma get free with the exception of one play. Broke one for 16 on their 2nd offensive series. And it's going to be 3rd and about 5 coming here for the Vikings. Again, a key series. Squirrels, even though if you don't score, you want to try and flip the field as much as you can possibly. And it'll be 3rd down. Let's call it 3rd and about 6 from the 6-yard line. Davies and West Fargo, 7-7, tie game at halftime. Fargo South leads Fargo North, 2nd half, 17-14. Brendan Maggio out of the gun. Vikings, there's movement. We'll see who moved first. Like they think they were going to send a linebacker inside on the blitz for Seeger. It's going to be called against Central Cass, so it'll be half distance to the goal line. Will be actually a 3-yard loss in scrimmage, and will move things back to the 3-yard line. So 3rd and 6 becomes 3rd and 9 now at the 3-yard line. Deutsch slot to the right side. Frosty Wisniewski wide to the near side as well. Ellison slot left. Prochnow wide to left side of the end zone. Maggio back to throw, fires underneath. It is incomplete off the hands, trying to find Ellison coming across the middle and nearly into the hands of Charlie Beaver. Threw it behind Will Ellison. He reached back, got a hand on it, and lunging for it was Beaver and incomplete. And it's going to be 4th down. It'll be 4th down and about 9 coming here. So the Vikings up 7-0 will get pretty good field position. 6:44 to play. Quick movement first half. Kindred scored on their first possession after they held the Squirrels to 3 and out. And since then, it's been a defensive lockdown to this point. Here comes Maggio kicking from the end zone. Line drive kick, fair catch called for. And Jorgen Swenson makes it in Central Cass territory at the 40-yard line. So Maggio, a line drive kick, but they didn't really put on much of a punt rush. He was able to kind of step into one and get a pretty good kick away. 6:39 and another possession. 4 now out of 5 possessions here for Kindred that have started in Central Cass territory. The Squirrels defense has only held them to 7. First downs, 4-2 in favor of the Vikings. 1 turnover, a fumble recovered by Kindred. 3 penalties, 13 yards for the Squirrels. 1 penalty and 5 yards for the Vikings. 7-0 Kindred. 1st and 10. 6:39 to go first half. 1st and 10. Vikings from the 40-yard line. 2 receivers wide to the right side. Man comes in motion. Klabundi in motion to the near side. McQuillan on the keeper is going to be stood up and hit for a loss. Garrett Haugen, one of the guys there on the stop for Central Cass. Might have got some help from Miles Vance. Loss of a yard to the 41-yard line. Haugen has played well. Garrett Haugen will get a portion of that tackle as a loss of about a yard to the 41-yard line from McQuillan. 2nd down and 11. 2nd and 11 from the 41-yard line. Diamond package, 3 backs in there alongside quarterback McQuillan. Hand off, it's McKinney, and he is going to be hit on the backfield and dropped for another loss. Jaden Bartz got there first and got plenty of help. A couple of other Squirrels come in big on that tackle that time, and It'll be out to the 45. They put McKinney in the backfield again, and a nice job by Bartz to get him low, at least slow him down. He couldn't finish him off, but there were two more white-clad Squirrels to finish him off. So McKinney, they've tried him in the backfield twice. 2 carries and 1 yard, loses 4 there, and the Vikings facing 3rd and 15. 5.5 minutes to go. 3 timeouts left for Kindred, leaving 7-0. Pearson wide left. Trey Heinrich slot to the left side. McKinney tight end to the right. Charlie Beaver wide to the right side. Make it Clabundi. He'll come in motion on 3rd down in line to make a trip to the left side. Rolling left, Max McQuillan. Looking, sets up at midfield. Pumps once, fires over the middle. McKinney the catch. First down 30. 25. Dragging men with him inside the 15. And gets down to around the 12-yard line. They sent 3 receivers to the short side of the near side. McKinney coming across the middle, making the catch. It's good for 33 yards. First down, Vikings.
First down.
To the 12. So the big fellow makes his second catch. Catch and run for 33 yards. 63 yards passing for McQuillan. 33 on that run. He's found McKinney for 2 of those receptions. Make it 73 yards passing. It's first down and 10 from the 15-yard line. 2 backs alongside. Handoff on the carry. It's going to be maybe to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. I believe Trey Heinrich on the carry, and it is. Eli Heinrich shaken up earlier.
Loss of 2 on the play.
The loss of a couple back to the 14-yard line.
Was by number 1, Jaden Bartz.
Jaden Bartz again on the stop for Central Cass. So the Vikings, 5th play of the drive coming. We're down to 4:22 to go here in the first half. 7-0 in favor of the Kindred Vikings. Jorgen Swenson to the game in the backfield now. Beaver slot left. They'll put McKinney wide to the left side as well. On the option, McQuillan pitch outside. Swenson a one-handed catch. Stretched out well at the 15 and back to the 14-yard line. Back to the line of scrimmage. Squirrels stretch that play out well defensively. Nice job to take out the pitch man on the stop. Frosty Wisniewski for Central Cass as Jorgen Swenson back to the line of scrimmage, and it will be 3rd and 12 and get a first down at the 2. They've had some success, a couple of 3rd down conversions so far. They've had 3 of them successful, and they need one here in 4-down territory in the red zone. 3:35 to go first half, 7-0 Kindred. They'll go trips to the short side of the near side of the field. McKinney in single coverage wide to the left. McQuillan, low snap, digs it out, looks left for McKinney. Floats one left side, single coverage with Ellison. And he makes the adjustment and makes the catch in the end zone for a touchdown. 14 yards, not much more that Will Ellison could have done on that one. Made a nice adjustment, able to turn back for the ball and made the catch near side with just enough room to work in the end zone. 13-0 Kindred. So that one goes for 13 yards. Make it 14 on that catch. So McKinney has receptions of 34, 33, and 14 yards. 3 catches, 81 yards. Sunram with Matt Pearson to hold will try and knock in the extra point. Score comes with 3:22 to go here in the first half. Line set, snap, spot. Sunram's kick, line drive kick is up, and it is good. Knocks that one home. 3:22 to go here in the first half. The Vikings get a 3rd down conversion to McKinney. Actually, 2 of them. The second one goes for a score. 3:22 to go first half. 14-0 Kindred. Kickoff in 30 seconds.
Download Game Time today.
A 6-play drive. 6-play drive, 6 plays, 40 yards in 3 minutes and 17 seconds. 2 third down conversions. Both McQuillan to Ethan McKinney. Completion of 30-plus yards, 33 down to the 12-yard line, and then on 3rd down and 12 from the 14. Fade route left side, single coverage, and able to reach around Will Ellison for the touchdown. Sunram the extra point. The Vikings have a 14-0 advantage. Sunram has it teed up at the 40-yard line with 3 men back deep for Central Cass. Squirrels do have 2 timeouts to work with here before the half. Angled short side. It hits at the 30. Loose ball, and the Squirrels fall on it at the 27-yard line. Charlie Beaver able to send down, I believe it was Wiersma. And it was Owen Wiersma who did not field that ball cleanly and just did the wise thing and decided to fall on it to the 27-yard line. So the Squirrels offense has been stymied, just 18 yards passing. That was that 4th down completion to keep a drive alive earlier to Deutsch. The rushing game has been held in check now. Just 21 yards rushing by our numbers, 25 for Wiersma. They've got DiMaggio once on a sack. It is 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. Maggio trying the right side. Wiersma trying to get to the edge, and he's going to be wrapped up. Ball's out. Might have been stripped. Looked like Pearson stripped Wiersma. And he did. Viking ball. Looked like Pearson stripped Owen Wiersma of the football, and it's recovered by the Vikings at the 30-yard line. Second turnover forced by the Kindred defense as Wiersma picked up 3, and then it looked like Pearson ripped it out. Might have stripped it free, and the Vikings recovered. Now Kindred all of a sudden with a quick change of possession. 3:13 to play. Another drive starts in Central Cass territory. They have won the field position battle tonight. It is 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. And first a timeout. They'll use one of those 3 timeouts right now. We'll take a break. 3:13 to go first half. Kindred after the fumble recovery. The ball to Central Cass 30. They lead by a score of 14-0. We're back in just a moment.
Order your copy of this game or any of our previous game and event broadcasts on DVD by visiting our website. Just email us the required information found on our website, and we'll mail you your copy of today's game or event on DVD. Orders take approximately 3 to 4 days to arrive. Larger orders could take longer. For all the info on how to order your copy of today's game on DVD, visit our website at msportsnet.com/DVD.
Welcome back. Brad Anderson with you. Jeremy McIntyre producing things at our studios. It is 14-0 in favor of Kindred. See if we can peruse the scoreboard while we have a moment. Check out some scores from around the area and really around the state for that matter as well. Big game in 9-man. Cavalier leads St. John 8-0. Oaks leads Oak Grove 44-0 in the second quarter as well. Mayport ZG after 1 leading Richland by a 16-0 score. 1st and 10 Kindred from the Squirrels 30-yard line. 14-0 Vikings. McQuillan takes in the handoff. Play action fires down the middle. It is overthrown and it is intercepted. Picked off by Roden playing center field. He comes up with a pick inside the 5-yard line. Play action. The middle was open that time, but McQuillan overshot his intended receiver, and Adam Roden was playing center field and comes up with a pick. He had an interception in their season opener, second quarter pick against Lisbon, and now things even out there. First turnover forced by the Central Cass defense, but again, the Squirrels are backed up deep with 3:05 to go, and they will again start in the shadows of the north end zone at the 4-yard line. So they just need try and get a little breathing room and see if they can flip the field a little bit. 1st and 10 from the 4-yard line. On the keeper, Maggio, bootleg left side. Vikings able to sniff it out as Brendan gets out to the 7, close to the 8-yard line. As they were keeping their eyes in the backfield on Wiersma, and Maggio, naked bootleg left side, gets out to the 7-yard line, brings up 2nd down and 7. Caleb Klabundi, one of the Vikings, in on the stop, down to 2:37 and counting here first half. 2nd down and 7 from the 7-yard line. Twins on each side of the field. Man coming in motion, though. Motion Ellison to the backfield. To the right of Maggio. Wiersma trying to get to the edge at the 5, around the corner 10, 1st down 15, at the numbers at the 20, and Charlie Beaver hauls him down to around the 22-yard line. That'll be a 1st down. 15 as they got Wiersma out to the edge that time. His second carry of 10-plus yards and a first down, the third for Central Cass. So there, Squirrels get a little bit of breathing room. First down, they'll start up the clock. 2:18 and counting first half, 14-0 Kindred. Get the play from the sideline. Each player has wristbands. They get that play from the sideline. Jason Bilkey, assistant coach, helping to basically run the offense. He and Travis Lamar, first and 10 from the 22-yard line. They'll motion Ellison to the backfield. Back to throw. Here's Maggio. Plenty of time at the 15. Now pocket closing in, and he's going to be sacked inside the 15. Vikander on the sack for the Vikings. Max Vikander gets DiMaggio. Second time they get DiMaggio on the sack, and the Vikings will take a timeout. The sack back at around the 14-yard line. Second time they get DiMaggio. It'll be a sack and a loss of 8, and the Vikings will take a timeout. Timeout Kindred. That is their second charge timeout. We'll take a break. 1:47 to go. Squirrels have third and long coming in just a moment. 1:47 to go first half. 14-0 Kindred. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
It seems around here every town is a sports town. And why not? Sports were important to us growing up, and we want the same for our kids. To get involved, to compete, because that's how kids learn to lead. And why Farmers Union Insurance supports these programs. They know sports aren't just about building skill and strength, but about building character. Farmers Union Insurance. They don't just protect our community, they invest in it.
.147 to play first half. As we come back, 14-0 in favor of Kindred. Halftime, we'll take a look at the first half numbers, run through some scores from around the region as well here tonight. The Vikings will be at home to take on Wahpeton. That'll be coming up next Friday. The Squirrels will be at home against Hillsborough Central Valley. We will have Central Cass football on 103.9 The Truck. They'll be at Valley City on the 16th and then finish up the regular season with Wahpeton on the 24th. That'll be a 2 p.m. game down at Skip Butte Alumni Stadium at NDSCS. Second down and 18 here, Squirrels on their 14-yard line. Maggio back to throw inside his 10. Fires right side. Wiersma's open and off his hands and incomplete. Came out of the backfield, might have been a wheel route, and was open down the near sidelines at the numbers around the 30 and didn't quite get turned around completely for the ball. And it goes incomplete, and it'll be third and long. Boy, they had a golden opportunity as he had room down the near sideline, and Maggio's had a couple of balls, really at least two, that have been dropped. Shapesky dropped one earlier that could have been a first down. Third down and 18 now at the 14-yard line. One safety deep is McQuillan. Back to throw inside his 10. Maggio steps out of the pocket, fires a wobbler. It is intercepted at the 30-yard line. Somebody might have got his arm as he delivered it. A wobbler middle of the field, intercepted by Chase Miller. And the Vikings get a chance. They force the third Squirrels turnover of the half. Miller, somebody might have got DiMaggio's. Boy, it came out a little bit wobbly and a little bit funny as he delivered that ball, and wobbler middle of the field, and a sliding pick by Miller at the 30-yard line. 1:35 to go. And here come the Vikings with one more opportunity. Another drive that'll start in Central Cass territory. They have made a living in starting in Squirrels territory tonight. They've been in enemy ground a lot. They've mustered up 2 touchdowns, trying to punch one in before the half. 14-0. Twins on each side of the field. Low snap as it is bobbled by McQuillan, picks it up. He loses the ball and fumbles, and I think the Squirrels have it. It's still loose. Back to the 36-yard line, and Central Cass gets it back. Boy, that was just a mess from the start. Aiden Olsen-Tinglestead comes up with a recovery for Central Cass. Low snap, McQuillan couldn't dig it out, lost the ball. And as he tried to secure it, ball came free again, and then it became a mad scramble for it. And it is recovered by Aiden Olsen-Tinglestead, and the Squirrels dodge a bullet. Second Central Cass turnover, 1:27 to play, and the Squirrels get it back. And honestly, it works out okay for them. They now have a little bit of field position. They're not backed up. Now they start at their own 36-yard line. 14-0 Vikings, 1st and 10 on the 36-yard line. Back to throw. Here's Maggio. Plenty of time. Steps into one. Deep down the left side into double coverage. It's caught on the run down the far side. Getting free is Prochnow at the 15 to the 10, and he's down inside the 5 to around the 2-yard line. Logan Prochnow never stopped on that route. Ran past 2 defenders, dragging a man with him down inside the 5 to the 2-yard line. That one goes for 62 yards, and just like that, the Squirrels, 62 on the connection to Prochnow. The big play strikes, and now they are in the red zone for the first time tonight, down at around the 3, between the 2 and the 3-yard line, with 2 timeouts left, clock moving, 1:08 and counting, and a 14-0 Kindred lead. Single tailback in the backfield. Maggio, they give to Badger on a counter. Sam Badger, the fullback, fights forward, and he did not make it. He's down to around the 1. They had the single tailback, and then Badger kind of lined up as a wingback right side of the formation, almost like a counter or a counter or a trap play that time. Kind of a counter or a trap play that time. As Badger gets down to the 1, Sam Badger does have 1 touchdown on the year, and we have a timeout. The Vikings will take a timeout. We will keep it here for now, 43.8 seconds to go in the first half. So they had the single tailback, I believe it was Wiersma, then they had Badger trying to cross him up a little bit as he got down to about the 1-yard line, so picked up about 1.5 yards on that run. But, boy, how about that? That quick momentum booster there after Miller got the interception. Here come the Vikings up 14-0 with a chance to punch one in. Low snap, McQuillan couldn't handle, lost the ball, was fumbled, recovered by the Squirrels and Aiden Olsen-Tinglestead. And all of a sudden they hit the big play to Prochnow, who there were 2 defenders back deep for the Vikings, looked like corner and some safety help. And he just ran right by him, never stopped his route, grabbed him on the run, and dragging a defender with him, finally down inside the 5. So the Squirrels offense, which had been stymied, just checking the ground attack, 36 yards by our numbers on the ground, and they had completed just 1 pass prior to the connection. The connection earlier to Deutsch on a 4th down conversion that gave them a first down in Viking territory. And well, they score here, and they can make it a 1-score game, and a little bit of momentum on the side of the visitors here. 2nd and goal at the 1. I formation this time. Maggio under center. Badger, fullback plunge, and is in for a Central Cass touchdown. Went short yardage to Sam Badger, and he plunges in for the touchdown. Sam Badger, 5'10", 185-pound senior, plunges in for the touchdown. Badger just 29 yards, but his 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. And just like that, the Squirrels punch one in. It is 14-6, and they will go for 2 to try and make it a 6-point game. So an opportunity for the Vikings to maybe punch one in and make it a 3-score lead at halftime. Squirrels get a quick turnover and score in a heartbeat. 3-play drive, 40.5 seconds to go. They'll bunch the receivers, trips to the right side. Maggio looking right, fires right, and it's picked off. Colbundy in the end zone, and play comes to a close there. He can't run it back any further. So the conversion fails, but Central Cass right back in this ball game after the long connection to Prochnow. Badger, 2 plays later, sticks it into the end zone. 14-6 Kindred, time out of the field. 40.5 seconds to go first half. We're back in just a moment.
Since 1996, Giants have been a go-to snack in the Midwest. We thank you for your continued trust in Giants to provide you the best quality sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, pistachios, and our delicious cashews.
Scoring drive for the Squirrels. 3 plays, 64 yards and 47 seconds. 1 yard plunge for Sam Badger for the touchdown. Conversion failing, and it's a 14-6 lead for the Kindred Vikings. There's the kick. And over in short, taken 29-yard line. Fumble by Swenson. A loose ball. The Vikings fall on it at the 30-yard line. Swenson muffing that short kick off, but the Vikings recover. I believe Charlie Beaver was the one that fell on it. And at the 30-yard line, 38.9 seconds to go. The Vikings are out of timeouts, and I don't know if they'll maybe take a crack at it, or maybe they don't feel like they want to tempt fate here at all. They might just say, you know what, we'll be content to go to the locker room here with the lead. Felt like we could be up more, but they are going to give it a shot here, it looks like, on first down. First and 10, the 30, low snap. Handoff left side. Trey Heinrich fights his way, squeezes in between a pair of defenders to the 35-yard line. Aiden Olsen-Tinglestead, one of the Squirrels, in on the tackle along with Haugen. Pickup of 5, and Eli Heinrich got shaken up earlier, and I have not seen him return here at all. Yep, he is still down to the sidelines. There, I see him now. Second down at 5. Clock running down to 10 seconds to go here in the half, and the Vikings not in a hurry to run another play. So it looks like Kindred will get the ball to start the second half, and they'll go to the locker room with an 8-point lead against their arch rivals. Kindred, a 14-6 lead. Squirrels get a shot in the arm after the fumble recovery. Long pass to Prochnow, and they punch one into the final 2 minutes as we are at the half here at Jerlow Field in Kindred. Halftime score reads, it is the Kindred Vikings 14, Central Cass 6. We'll be back with our halftime report coming up after this 3-minute timeout.
High school sports programs provide valuable lessons for practical life solutions, teamwork, sportsmanship, and hard work. Students learn self-respect through responsibility of their actions through high school activities. There are kids out there, coaches and parents, who appreciate sports officials for doing a tough job with class. More officials are needed, someone like you. Contact your local high school or the North Dakota High School Activities Association to find out how to become an official. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
Tonight, I'll be eating chicken tikka masala with garlic naan. Cheers.
I win again. Patrick.
That's Sir Patrick.
Ooh, sir. Tonight, I'll be eating roasted cauliflower tacos with spicy chipotle sauce. Thank you. Oh! I wasn't ready!
You want cheese to go with that wine?
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
We welcome you to halftime, 14-6, Kindred leading Central Cass. As we welcome you back, let's take a look at some scores from around the area. Davies leading West Fargo at the end of three quarters, 16-7. Oaks is a big lead on Oak Grove, 58-0 the score there. That's at halftime. The Tornadoes, after losing to Lisbon, have responded well. Lisbon 8 and Thompson 6. 8-6 Lisbon leading at halftime there. Jordan Sowers, 83 yards and a touchdown for the Lisbon Broncos in that matchup. So 8-6 your score there. Let's peruse the scoreboard and keep an eye on some other games around the state and around the area tonight. Mayport CG, a huge lead, 56-0 on Richland. That's at halftime. So the Patriots have had a week off. They are rolling once again. And see if we can get an update here on Finley, Sharon, Hope Page, and Wyndmere Lidgerwood. We'll get an opportunity as well. Let's see if we can get that for you. Finley, Sharon, Hope Page, Wyndmere Lidgerwood. That 24-0 in favor of the Warbirds late in the second quarter here. 14-6 in favor of Kindred at halftime. Let's take a look at the first half numbers, I should say. First downs, each team with 4 in the first half. Turnovers kind of turned into a sloppy game at a couple of occasions in the first half where one team would get a turnover and give it right back right away. 3 first half turnovers for Central Cass. Fumbled on their second series, then fumbled in the second quarter as well. And then an interception. Maggio was picked off by Chase Miller. That pick came with a little over 3 minutes to go in the first half, but then a low snap was not handled by McQuillan. He fumbled. Aiden Olsen-Tinglestead recovered. As meantime, Adam Roden with a pick for the Central Cass defense. As Kindred has turned it over twice. Adam Roden on an interception, and then that fumble recovery by Aiden Olsen-Tinglestead. So 2 Kindred turnovers and 3 Central Cass turnovers in the first half. Penalties 1 for 5 yards for Kindred on a procedure penalty, and 3 penalties, 13 yards. Central Cass all in procedure calls. The third was half distance to the goal line, ended up being just a 3-yard loss from scrimmage. Scoring drives, Kindred on their first offensive series after they held the Squirrels and went 3 and out. They got good field position. They had 8 possessions in the first half. 6 of them started in Central Cass territory. 4-play, 45-yard drive in a minute, 42 seconds. Eli Heinrich got shaken up later in the half, a 4-yard touchdown run. Riley Sunram knocked in the extra point. 9:17 to go in the first quarter, and it was 7-0 in favor of Kindred. Kindred added to the lead late in the second. 6-play, 40-yard drive, 2 third-down conversions. One to Ethan McKinney for 33 yards, took them down inside the Squirrels' 20 into the red zone. They scored 3 plays later and a fade route to the end zone. McKinney one-on-one with Will Ellison, made a great adjustment for the football and caught it near side of the end zone for the touchdown. 6-play, 40-yard drive, 3:17 time of possession. Extra point good, and with 3:22 to go in the first half, it was 14-0 in favor of Kindred. And the Squirrels, after the fumble recovery, inside of 90 seconds to go in the half, went 3 plays, 64 yards in 47 seconds. The big play on that drive, Maggio finding Logan Prochnow for 62 yards. That went down inside the 5 and around the 2-yard line. And they scored 2 plays later in a 1-yard TD plunge for Sam Badger, his second rushing touchdown of the year. Conversion failed. Pass in the end zone was picked off to end the first half, and it is 14-6 in favor of Kindred here at halftime. First downs, each team 4 apiece. 5 total turnovers first half, 3 turnovers by the Central Cass offense, 2 for Kindred. Pretty clean game, just 18 yards on 4 total penalties. 1 for the Vikings, 3 for the Squirrels. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the individual numbers next. We'll do that in 2 minutes.
Tonight, I'll be eating chicken tikka masala with garlic naan. Cheers.
I win again. Patrick.
That's Sir Patrick.
Ooh, sir. Tonight, I'll be eating roasted cauliflower tacos with spicy chipotle sauce. Thank you. Oh! I wasn't ready!
You want cheese to go with that wine?
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Welcome back. It is a 14-6 lead for Kindred as we welcome you back to Jerlow Field in Kindred. Northern Cass has a 20-0 lead on Ellendale Edgeley-Colm just before halftime. Homecoming for the Jags, and well, they had a nice win a couple of weeks ago against Hatton Northwood on a 20-0 lead right now on the EEK Thunder. And that just before halftime at Northern Cass. Let's take a look at some other scores from around the area as well and around the state. Langton Edmore Munich, #1 team in Class A, rolling. It is 36-0. They lead at Botno in the second quarter there. Shiloh Christian leads Bowman County out west 14-0. Wyndmere Lidgerwood leading Findlay Sharon Hope Page. Final minute of play in the first half in Hope, 24-0. The Warbirds, they looked impressive last week against the EMV Falcons and playing really well right now tonight, as a win would just about lock up a playoff spot for the Warbirds. 14-6, taking a look at the individual numbers. Max McQuillan passing is 5 of 11, 87 yards and a touchdown plus 1 interception as his favorite target. Big tight end Ethan McKinney, the University of North Dakota signee, 3 catches, 81 yards and a touchdown. 1 catch, 6 yards for Caleb Kleblendi, and 1 catch, 1 yard for Trey Heinrich. So 87 yards passing for McQuillan in the first half. McKinney with 81 of those receiving yards. Brendan Maggio, 2 of 10 passing for Central Cass. Actually, yes, 2 of 10 passing by our numbers. 1 interception as he was picked off by Chase Miller. And then 1 catch, 18 yards to Jake Deutsch. And then that big play to Procknell, which he hit for 62 yards. That catch and run down inside the 5. And that led to the Central Cass touchdown in the final minute of the first half. So 80 yards passing for Central Cass. Viking defense did a nice job stopping the ground attack of the Squirrels, or at least kind of keeping it in check. 37 yards on the ground for Central Cass and 16 carries, 11 carries, 43 yards for Owen Wiersma, including runs of 16 and 15 yards. Sam Badger, 2 carries, 3 yards and a touchdown. Brendan Maggio, 3 carries, -9 yards, sacked twice in the first half. Vikander had one of those sacks for the Kindred Vikings. So 37 yards rushing, 117 yards of total offense for the Central Cass offense. Kindred, their ground game been held for the most part in check as well, totaling up the numbers. 31 yards on the ground and a grand total of 18 carries. Eli Heinrich, before being shaken up, 6 carries, 20 yards. Trey Heinrich, 6 carries, 9 yards. Ethan McKinney, they put him, used kind of a diamond package where they'd use 3 backs in the backfield. And they used him a couple of times as the deep back, 2 carries, 1 yard. Jorgen Swenson, 1 carry, no yards. Max McQuillan, 3 carries and 1 yard as well in the first half. So 31 yards on the ground, total offense 118, so nearly a push in total yards with both these teams. A 14-6 Kindred lead here at halftime. Appreciate our sponsors. Our coverage brought to you this evening by Cass County Mutual Insurance, Tester and Holman Construction, Mustang Seeds in Castleton, Pro C, Cass Rural Water District, with 13 locations, Bonanza Agronomy Services of Chaffee, Tope Insurance in Castleton, the Cass County Reporter, and also brought to you by Jerry's Excavating of Castleton and the Ringneck of Leonard. Another score, state-ranked Lemoore Litchfield Marion in 9-man. They lead down at Fairmount over Tri-State Lobos 54 and Tri-State 12 at the half in that matchup. Vikings will get the ball to start the second half. We'll come back with the second half kickoff. We'll do that after this 90-second timeout.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family, to provide options beyond the expected, to help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives here.
As we get ready for the start of the second half, Squirrels trying to beat the Vikings for the first time since 2015. They won 42-36 in 2015. 2016, 42-7 in favor of Kindred. And then they did not play for 2 years. Kindred was in Class A. The Squirrels were in Double A. They did not play in 17 or 18. Then last year in Castleton, Kindred won 25-15. That was an 18-15 game until late. And then the Squirrels were backed up in their own end, gave the ball up on downs late. Kindred scored and punched one in late and secured the win 25-15. Vikings went to the playoffs, got beat in the quarterfinals by St. Mary's. Central Cass did not make the postseason after making the semifinals 2 years ago, losing to St. Mary's. One step shy of getting to the Dakota Bowl. Second half kickoff, and there's the kick. Kickoff that time from Eli Bohr. Line drive kick up the right hash, 40-45 on the return, and out to around the 47-yard line. On the return for the Vikings, it is Klabundi, Lucas Klabundi out of the 47, so Kindred will get good field position to start. 47-yard line, they will be heading to the south end zone on 1st and 10.
To the Viking 47-yard line where they'll take over 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 now from the 47-yard line. So not quite in Central Cass territory, but very close to it on 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Two backs alongside McQuillan in the gun. On the option, McQuillan will keep it, turns upfield, and brought down to the numbers here near side of the 50-yard line. Picks up 3 on the run. Will bring up 2nd down at about 7. Central Cass defense. Tyler Cruchet, Miles Vance. Cruchet, a freshman, playing on both sides of the ball. The defensive ends, Dixon at nose tackle. Isaac Williams, Sam Badger, the inside linebackers. Adam Roden had a pick earlier at strong safety. Jake Deutsch at free safety. Pickup of 3 from McQuillan, 4 carries, 4 yards. 2nd down and 7 from midfield. 14-6 in favor of the Vikings. Klabundi in motion, taking the jet sweep, keeping it up the middle with Quillen, up the gut 45, lowers his head and shoulders, close to a 1st down. He gets out to the 44-yard line. Set Klabundi in motion. Jake Deutsch on the stop will be 3rd and about a yard. 5 carries and 10 yards from McQuillan, and it will bring up 3rd down at about a yard. 11 minutes to go here as Vikings once again in Central Cass territory. 6 of their drives have started in Squirrels territories. They've made a living in there, but have mustered up just 14 points. 3rd down at a yard from the 44. Drops the snap, does McQuillan, and is picked up in the backfield by Jorgen Swenson, and he's going to be wrapped up. There's Jaden Bartz again. McQuillan dropped the snap. Swenson picked it up, and Bartz pounced on him back at midfield. It's a loss of 6. McQuillan has dealt with a couple of low snaps, dropped that snap that time around. That'll bring up 4th down. So a loss of 6 will be credited to Swenson, but they dropped that snap, and then all of a sudden, things went haywire from there. So Sunram will punt. He is back at his 37-yard line. Deutsch, the deep man for Central Cass at the 15. Prochnow comes in late. The kick end over end. Deutsch will make a fair catch, calls and makes that fair catch at the 18-yard line. 10:08 to play as the punt from Sunram, 30 yards. And the field position battle has definitely been won by the Vikings. But despite some things that haven't gone Central Cass's way, not really been able to get going, save for that one big pass to Prochnow. They really haven't done too much offensively, but they're only down 8 despite a lot of things that didn't go their way. First and 10, 20-yard line. Wiersma to the left of Maggio in the gun. 3-4 defense. The Vikings saying somebody in that offensive line moved. Now the officials, they're going to signal procedure. You could see the Kindred defense kind of point and say somebody twitched on that offensive line. Cole Ferguson at center for the Squirrels. Tyler Crochet, Dylan Sill, the guards. Garrett Haugen and Josh Dixon, the veteran Dixon, at left tackle. First and 15 now from the 15-yard line. Brendan Maggio out of the gun. Wiersma to his left. Maggio swings it out, caught by Deutsch, leaping catch at the 10, and surrounded, and fights his way forward to about the 11-yard line. Had a little pass at the line, see if Deutsch could get some yards in space, and could not. And that'll bring up second down and a little bit further. They'll mark it back at the 12-yard line, so a catch and a loss of 3 yards. Brings up second down at about 18. Third catch for Deutsch. Making his second catch, for 15 yards. Brings up second down at 18 from the 12. 14-6 Vikings. Kindred 2-0, number 3 in Class 2A. Central Cass 3-1, 5th in the AA rankings this week. Brendan Maggio out of the gun inside his 5. Back to throw it around his 5. Has time, gets belted. Pass is tipped and incomplete. Trying to find Wiersma underneath. Got batted up in the air and incomplete. Charlie Beaver, one of the Vikings, back in on coverage. Will bring up third down and long. 9:15 with the clock stopped as Maggio, by my numbers, 3 of 12 for 77 yards, and it's going to be third down and long. Line to gain the 30-yard line. Deutsch wide to the left side, with Frosty Wisniewski out there to the near side. Ellison and Prochnow to the right on third down and long from the 18-yard line. Maggio back to throw at his 5. Pressure coming from the outside. Gets hit, fires over the middle. It is a leaping catch. Did he hang on? No, incomplete. Leaping attempt to try and make that grab, but helmet high by Deutsch, and the pass goes incomplete. Maggio got belted that time as he delivered that ball, incomplete. Like pressure coming out from the edge that time from the Vikings. I think Colin Lundy came from the blind side of Maggio, and 3 and out for Central Cass. Penalty backed him up, and Brendan Maggio will punt. He's back at around his goal line. Swenson, the deep man for the Vikings, at the Central Cass 40. So barring something out of the ordinary, they should get the ball again in Central Cass territory, should the Vikings. High snap, gathers it in. Here comes the kick, and gets the kick away as it'll take a bit of a bounce. Maggio got hit. Squirrels fans are looking for a roughing the punter call. Ball is finally down at the 32-yard line, and Maggio slow to get up and finally back up to his feet. Central Cass fans wanted a roughing the punter call. I don't know if he kind of backed into him or what the call was, but they did not get the flag. So the 32-yard line, a 20-yard punt, 8:58 to go, and it will be first and 10 now. And another drive that'll start in Central Cass territory for the Vikings, leading 14-6, first and 10 from the Central Cass 32-yard line. McQuillan back to throw. He's pressured, gets away from the 35, fires across the field into traffic, up for grabs, and is caught in the end zone. It's a Viking touchdown to Lucas Clabundi. Able to escape pressure that time. Fired it down the middle into traffic, and Clabundi a leaping catch around a Central Cass defender for the touchdown. One play, and McQuillan able to extend that play with his legs and firing it over the middle. And it threw it up for grabs, and Clubundy found it and secured it for the touchdown. One play, and it's 20-6. And we have a timeout. Officials timeout. Did they signal a charge timeout? It's going to be illegal participation against Kindred. I think they had too many blue shirts out there. I think they had maybe 12 guys out there, and that's going to be the call. Legal substitution, or 12 men on the field, will be the penalty against Kindred.
Substitution penalty called on the Vikings. That's a 5-yard penalty.
So now a 2-score lead, 20-6 in favor of Kindred. So we'll see if that changes if they decide to go for the kick or maybe go for two. I think they are going to line up and try the 2-point conversion now, as it's back now close to the 8-yard line. Lucas Clubundy slot to the left side. They'll put McKinney single coverage wide to the near side. Trey Heinrich the back to the left of McQuillan in the gun. Fade route right side for McKinney, and did he hang on? He did with a 2-point conversion. Couldn't get in front of him defensively as Ellison tried to secure it and trying to get in front of him to see if he could break that pass up, and he could not. The only way he was going to break it up, he had to reach up over the top, and Ethan McKinney comes up with a 2-point conversion. With 8:49 to go here in the third quarter, one play in the Vikings strike. 8:49 to go in the third. Kindred leads 22-6. We'll take a break. Be back with more for this 30-second timeout.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives here.
One play, 32 yards. McQuillan, second touchdown pass of the night, finding Lucas Clubundy for 6. 2-point conversion good on the pass to Ethan McKinney. 22-6 in favor of Kindred. Here's Swenson's kick. High end over end, up on the ball, running after a 25-yard line. Wiersma with the numbers near side the 30, back to the middle of the field. Escapes one defender, 0-35, turns back to his left and gets close to the 40-yard line. 14-yard return as he caught that at the numbers left side and able to use that excellent vision. Caleb Clubundy in on the tackle up to the 39-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. So the big play as that went for 32 yards and a touchdown to Clubundy. 119 yards passing now for Max McQuillan. 1st and 10 Squirrels from the 39-yard line. Maggio. Snap goes past Brendan. Loose ball. He falls after it. It is loose, and Maggio able to fall on it. He's able to beat Ethan McKinney for the ball. As the snap went over the head of Brendan Maggio, and he scrambles to recover back at the 24-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 15 yards. You either credit that as a team loss. If you have to give it to somebody, it would be to Maggio, and it'll be a loss of 15. Tapped down by Ethan McKinney, who nearly got to that football. 2nd down and long. 8-10 and rolling here in the third. Now a 2-score lead again for the Vikings at 22-6. Ellison in motion back to the backfield. Joins Wiersma in the backfield. Maggio back to throw inside his 15. Screen coming. Wiersma the catch. Left side, a stiff arm. 25 and gets out of the 30-yard line. Pair of Vikings in. Trey Heinrich in on the tackle. Looks like Chase Miller also there. On that screen pass. Trey Heinrich, the first guy there. 6 on the screen to Wiersma. They tried the screen earlier, and Vikings have had that sniffed out. So Owen Wiersma, that's his first catch of the night, and brings up 3rd down and long coming. 3rd and call it 19. Back at the 30-yard line. Line to gain the 49. 2 safeties back deep with Swenson and McQuillan. They'll play press coverage on the outside. Play clock is down to 5. Back to throw Maggio. Looks left. Being chased. Sidesteps the defender. Flag is down. Fires it deep downfield. It is caught. Caught a leaping grab for a 1st down by Deutsch at the 40-yard line. But I think this one's going to come back, and it will. It's going to be a holding call it'll be a hold called against the Squirrels. Maggio able to sidestep to his left, firing downfield, a leaping catch. Pearson went for the interception and a leaping grab by Deutsch. Holding the call against Central Cass, 10th in the spot of the foul on their 5th penalty of the night. 5 penalties, 28 yards, and it's going to be 3rd and a little bit further. So the 10-yard penalty, see where they march it up from. Looks like it will be from the 30, so they'll go straight 10 back to the 20-yard line. They'll bring up 3rd down and 3rd and to about Davenport at the, see where they mark it now, actually back to the 19. 3rd and 30 now, line to gain the 49. They got a long way to go. 3 receivers set, tight end left side of the formation as well. Maggio back to throw, wants to set up a screen right side, broken up. Vikings saw that coming. Batted away, intended for Wiersma, incomplete. Jacob Hyatt able to fight off his blocker. Pass goes incomplete, and it will be 4th down. So they've sniffed out that screen pass pretty well, and it will be 4th down. So the penalty backed him up, and do we have another penalty here perhaps? Didn't see the flag with the officials. At least 4 of the 5 gentlemen in the striped shirts. And we'll see if we've got a flag here. It's going to be a hold against Kindred. So that'll be holding the call. Or is it going to be more than that? No, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. I believe a personal foul against Kindred. And looking to see. Yeah, so it is going to be a personal foul call. 15-yard penalty, so a little new life here and some added life for Central Cass. Frosty Wisniewski checks in as a receiver as he comes in for Ashton Chapeski. They'll take the tight end out and bring an extra receiver. Deutsch and Frosty Wisniewski to the wide side of the field. Slot left Ellison. And Procknell wide on the left side. So it'll be 3rd down and 15. 3rd and 15 now from the 34-yard line. Maggio out of the gun. Back to throw, Brendan. Looks underneath. Ellison the catch, 35. Has some space, 40. Up the right hash, 45. And gets out to about the 48-yard line. Going to be close to a 1st down. They left the middle open that time underneath. Ellison coming across the field. As Will making his first catch of the night. They're going to mark it at the 48. So they're about a yard shy of the 1st down. They like that play. They use that slot receiver and they send some receivers deep. That sometimes leaves that underneath, that middle open, and Ellison able to find it, turn upfield. They're about a yard shy of the 1st down. So the Squirrels down 2 scores here, trying to get a little momentum. Play clock is down to 6. Play clock under 5 now. They got to hurry on 4th down on a yard from the 48-yard line. High snap, Wiersma up the middle and fights forward. Second effort might have got him the 1st down, we'll see. With that spot, we'll see. I don't think he made it. The middle of the Kindred defense locked him up tight. They are going to bring looks like they are going to bring the chains out for a look. Clock stop with 6:01 to play.
Short gain on the play.
With that spot, I don't know if he got it. We'll let the chain gang decide and see if they see if the Viking defense came up with a big stop. They stretch it out. He did not make it. Turnover on downs, and the Kindred defense comes up with a huge stop. With 6:01 to play, Wiersma stopped for no gain, inches shy of the 1st down sticks, and the Vikings right now, Big Mo on their side, 6:01 to go. They'll start again in Squirrels territory at the 48-yard line, leading by a 22-6 score. Kindred will be home next week with Wahpeton. Still trying to get that game rescheduled with Valley City from last week. More to come on that. Still postponed for the meantime. 1st and 10 of the 48-yard line. McQuillan, pitchman to the outside. Swenson, good pursuit, and he has stood up. First guy there, Adam Roden, able to line him up and bring him down. Some help from Bartz. Pitch out there to Swenson, and they have the pitchman locked up tight. Loss of 2 back to midfield. That'll bring up 2nd down and 12 coming. So back to the 50. Bartz has had a nice game. Roden with an interception earlier. And back to midfield. 5.5 to go here in the 3rd. And Kindred, you don't have to get real cute, 22-6, but you at least have to try and establish that ground attack, which without Eli Heinrich, they haven't been able to do much tonight. Second down and 12 from midfield. 5 up on the line for Central Cass. Beaver comes in motion. Handoff. Trey Heinrich, he has stood up. They'll lose some more back to the 47-yard line, and a late flag's going to come in. Little extracurricular. Isaac Williams came in at the end of the play and may have played beyond the whistle. It's going to be personal foul against Central Cass. So 15-yard penalty, but more importantly, it's going to be a first down, and you sent the other guys backwards twice, and it cost you. It's going to be an automatic first down here for Kindred, 15, and that'll move it inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Came was a post-possession foul right at the end of the play. And one you really didn't need to, you played to the whistle, but I think they might have got Isaac Williams for playing a little bit beyond the whistle. 15-yard penalty to the 38-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Fresh set of downs here for the Vikings. First and 10 on the 38-yard line. Backseat side, looks like Owen Hoyme into the game at tailback. Check that's 30, Jacob Edgerly, and another carry that goes for a loss of yards. Back on the other side of the 40 at the 43-yard line. And they'll bring up second down and long. It was actually a fumble, another one on the ground, recovered by the Vikings. It'll be a loss of 6. Team lost that time, and they'll go back to the 42-yard line. So it'll be second down and 16, 4:27 and counting. And we've seen, 5 total turnovers in the game. 2 by Kindred, 3 by Central Cass, but Kindred's put it on the ground 2 or 3 times tonight. Clabundi slot to the right side. McKinney single coverage here. Wide to the near side with Ellison on 2nd and 16. Play clock at 4. Rolling right, McQuillan. Sets up, fires right side. McKinney the catch and out of bounds. Forced out, guided out by Ellison at the 31-yard line. So that's a pickup of 11. Actually, I say 10 out of bounds at the 32-yard line. 4th catch now for Ethan McKinney. 4 catches and 91 yards will bring up reasonable third down. Third and manageable here for the Vikings as they're at the 32-yard line. Line to gain is the 27. Still 15 on the play clock. 22-6 in favor of the Vikings. Clabundi wide to the left side. Pearson wide to the right. Single coverage. Press coverage by Central Cass. Another bobbled snap. Loose ball. It's a race for the ball, and I believe Central Cass has come up with a recovery. Bad snap. McQuillan unable to hang on to it, and the recovery to Sam Badger. So Badger comes up with a recovery on I don't want to say a bad snap or maybe a mishandled snap, whatever the case was. It's going to be a loss to the 42-yard line. The 3rd Viking turnover of the game. Sam Badger comes up with a fumble recovery, and here comes Central Cass again. Still some life. 4:01 to go. 22-6. Vikings with the lead. 1st and 10, Central Cass. They have it on their own 42-yard line. Maggio back to throw, has time. Steps up. He will try and scramble. He loses the ball. Ball's out of the 43-yard line, and the Squirrels get it back. Maggio stepping up in the pocket, got stripped of the ball, and the Squirrels fall on it at the 43-yard line. We've had that earlier where we've had simultaneous turnovers. One team turns it over and another team gives it right back quickly. Ends up being a pickup of a yard. It's going to be second down and 9.
Was by number 3, Ethan McKinney.
Ethan McKinney is the one I think that jarred that ball free. Pickup of a yard and near disaster there for the Squirrels. Second down and 9 from the 43-yard line. 22-6 Kindred. 4 receivers set. Handoff, Wiersma left side and fights his way to the 44-yard line. Jacob Hyatt, first guy there for the Vikings. And that'll bring up third down and about 3rd and 8 coming. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. It's Wiersma, 13 carries, 44 yards, came in averaging 6 yards a carry on the year. Looking back at his numbers, 50 carries, 305 yards, and 6 rushing touchdowns. He has 2 carries of 10 yards or more tonight. 3rd down and 8, Squirrels from the 44-yard line. 3-man front. Maggio back to throw. They rush 4, fires over the middle. It is in and out of the hands, trying to come across the middle. Was Deutsch, and the pass incomplete. And he'll bring up 4th down. So he's trying to come across the field. Pass maybe a little bit behind him, but incomplete. Maggio had a rough night, 5 of 17, 97 yards. And it will be 4th down. Checking out some other scores. Start of the 4th quarter in Oak Grove. Oaks in complete control of that one, 58-7. The lead over Oak Grove. Start of the 4th quarter is Brendan Maggio will punt. He's back at his 33-yard line. Jorgen Swenson, the deep man for the Vikings at the 25.
Hey, we need another one out left.
There's the snap. Maggio spinner, middle of the field. Swenson will let it go. And will be down to the 31-yard line. Now by Will Ellison. 25-yard punt, no return. The Central Cass offense, save for one drive in the first half, and then the big play to Prochnow, which helped set up their lone score right before halftime. The Kindred defense, I was talking with some Kindred folks before the game. You just never knew after not playing for 3 weeks and only practicing this week. You're either going to be really rusty or come back really fresh. It's been a little of both. 1st and 10 of the 31-yard line, and a penalty flag is down. Procedure the call against the Vikings. That'll be their 4th penalty of the night.
5-yard penalty. 1st and 15.
4 penalties, 30 yards on the game. Well, we have an opportunity. Let's peruse the scoreboard. Wyndmere Lidgerwood leading Findlay, Sharon Hope Page. 3rd quarter, Warbirds lead by a 30-0 score. Davies wins at West Fargo as penalty backs him up and getting away. McKinney in the backfield. He's hit of the backfield, gets away from a pair of defenders and finally wrapped up. He's going to lose about 6 to the 20-yard lines. They put McKinney in the backfield. Got away from a couple of would-be tacklers and eventually surrounded and down. So Ethan McKinney back to the 20. It's going to be a loss of about 6. So the Viking offense backed up. Aiden Olsen Tinglestead, one of the Squirrels into the tackles. We're under 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. It's 22-6 in favor of the Vikings. 2nd down and 21 now at the 20-yard line. Matt Pearson, single receiver wide to the left side. McQuillan on the option pitch. Heinrich back at the 15. Pursued, gets past one man, 25. Cuts back to the 30, 35. Trey Heinrich to the 40. And he'll have enough for a 1st down as he gets out to the 44-yard line. It looked like it could have been trouble, and Trey Heinrich able to get past Deutsch and find some room down the left side. There's a 1st down for the Vikings. That is their 2nd 1st down of the 3rd quarter. And there is a 1st down. 1st down to the 44-yard line. So 24 in the run. That might be their longest run from scrimmage tonight, and it is. 1st and 10 of the 44-yard line. 1:20 to go here in the 3rd. 22-6 in favor of the Vikings. 2 backs alongside Max McQuillan in the shotgun. Chest eye snap. Trey Heinrich up the middle. 45. Hit by the middle of that Central Cass defense. Isaac Williams is there. Josh Dixon there as well. Heinrich picks up a yard. And bring up 2nd down and 9. So 2nd and 9 coming as we're inside of a minute here in the 3rd quarter. Vikings able to add on the touchdown pass to Klabundy. Survived a turnover. The defense has come up huge when they've needed to. Lucas Klabundy checks into the game. Ethan McKinney also back in at tight end. 38 seconds to go. Play clock is down to 12. 2nd down and 9, Kindred from the 45-yard line. Lucas Klabundy wide to the right side. Beaver comes in motion. McQuillan back to throw, back at his 35, swings it out as Beaver the catch as he tried to turn upfield, slipped and fell down at the 45-yard line. He had room to roam up the near side at the hash. He kind of got his feet caught up, slipped on the natural surface and incomplete. Charlie Beaver, or caught I should say, for no gain. That'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter as that'll bring up 3rd down and 9 coming as that'll end the 3rd. Kindred able to add a touchdown on the touchdown strike to Caleb Klabundy. And they lead by 2 scores heading to the 4th. After 3, it is Kindred 22, Central Cass 6. 4th quarter coming up in 1 minute.
It seems around here every town is a sports town. And why not? Sports were important to us growing up, and we want the same for our kids. To get involved, to compete, because that's how kids learn to lead. and why Farmers Union Insurance supports these programs. They know sports aren't just about building skill and strength, but about building character. Farmers Union Insurance. They don't just protect our community, they invest in it.
Since 1996, Giants have been a go-to snack in the Midwest. We thank you for your continued trust in Giants to provide you the best quality sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, pistachios, and our delicious cashews.
As we get ready to get you to the fourth quarter, 22-6 in favor of Kindred. Be 3rd down and 9 for the Vikings at the 45-yard line. First down, Central Cass did not pick up a first down in the third quarter. 2 for the Vikings. 3rd down and 9, heading to the north end zone of the 45-yard line. Back to throw, McQuillan. Sidesteps to his right, fires down the sideline, right side, far sideline, incomplete, intended
They said your screen
for
is
Caleb Klabundi. Pass goes incomplete.
People said the screen is wiped
And
off.
that'll
It's all blurry.
be
They can't
4th
see
down.
anything.
So that'll be 4th down.
They said people that are watching it.
So it'll be
they can't
4th
see
down.
anything.
As McQuillan.
I don't know. That's just what they told me. But maybe
So
maybe
8
it's
of
their TV.
15 passing, 129 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down and 9 from the 45. So the punt unit is out. As it will be to punt. It's like Sunram back to punt, back at his 32-yard line. Snap a good one. And Riley gets the kick away, nearly blocked. Deutsch on the return, 30, 35 has some room, 40, 45. Heading right with it into Kindred territory at the 40, 35, 30. Flag down, Deutsch at the 20. Turns back at the numbers, gets free at the 15. Still going. Stutter stepped and down inside the 15. Close to the 10-yard line, but this one, at least a portion of it, is coming back. Making that return on the run at the 30. A return of close to 60 yards, but a portion of it is coming back. How far back remains to be seen. It's going to be a penalty against Central Cass, I believe an illegal block or a hold. And again, how far this one goes. It's going to be an illegal block against Central Cass. The Squirrels now. 7 penalties on the night, counting it up here for 53 yards. 7 penalties, 53 yards. Are going to mark it from around the Kindred 30. And it'll be the 42-yard line of Kindred. So they lose about 30 yards in field position, 11:36 to go. And it will be 1st down and 10 now. They do get it at the Kindred 42-yard line, down 2 scores at 22-6, but some breathing room and good field position to work with. Wisniewski comes in motion on 1st down from the 42. Handoff, Wiersma tries the right side, not much there. Maybe a yard to the 41-yard line. A host of Vikings led by Miller. Sunram there as well. Riley Sunram, the first guy there. Wiersma, 14 carries, 45 yards, and will bring up 2nd down and 9 from the 41. We're down to 11-10 and counting in the fourth quarter. Vikings lead 22-6. 2nd and 9 from the 41. Ellison slot to the right side. Procknell wide to the near side. Maggio back to throw at the 50. Pressure on the outside from Beaver. Fires underneath. Caught by Ellison to the 30. Gets free. 25-20. It's a race. 15 to the 10. And Klabundi hauls him down at around the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st down. On the first down of the second half for Central Cass. Ellison catching and making that grab in space. Breaking a tackle and gets down to the 5-yard line. Squirrels will go no huddle as Ellison, that catch and run for 36 yards. It's going to be 1st and goal at the 5. Wiersma tries the left side and inside the 5 down to around the 3-yard line. Wiersma picks up 2. 20 carries, make it 15 carries, beg your pardon, for 47 yards for Owen Wiersma. It'll bring up 2nd down and goal. So 2nd and goal at the 3. 4th play of the drive coming here for Central Cass. Down to 10:18 to go here in the fourth quarter. 22-6 in favor of Kindred. Play clock at 17. Badger, a wing on the right side. Badger will come in motion. Wiersma cuts inside, fights forward to the 2, maybe to the 1. No, he did get in. Touchdown. Second effort got him in. First effort didn't look like he was going to get there, but Wiersma goes the final 3 for the touchdown. Boy, he earned it. Second, maybe a third effort getting him in, and it's now 22-12. So 22-12 now in favor. 22-12 now. They'll go for the 2-point conversion. 10:04 to go, so they go 42 yards in just under 90 seconds. 2-point conversion, a key one. Handoff, Wiersma gets in for the 2-point conversion. It is a one-score game. So the Squirrels respond. 10:04 to go here in the fourth. Pass connection to Ellison and Wiersma on the 3-yard touchdown run, his 7th run of the year. 10:04 in the fourth. 22-14 Kindred, back in 1 minute.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Nice return. The late penalty flag comes as well. Return goes out to the Vikings to near midfield. Penalty flag is down as well. Return goes out to the 50-yard line. I believe it was Beaver on the return, and it's going to be, I think perhaps a sideline warning was called, I believe, against Kindred, with the ball out to the 50. 4 plays, 42 yards in a minute. In 32 seconds, Wiersma goes in 3 yards for the touchdown run. Conversion good as Wiersma runs that one in as well. 9:57 to play. And it's 1st and 10 from midfield. It's an 8-point game. 22-14 in favor of the Vikings. 1st and 10, Kindred from the 50. They'll send Klabundi in motion. McQuillan hit in the backfield and maybe back to line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Miles Vance there on the stop, along with Haugen. It is a loss of a yard for McQuillan, and it's going to be 2nd and 11. McQuillan 7 carries, -1 yard. A couple of bad snaps that he's had to eat for lost yardage have been counted in that run game as well. Lucas Klabundi wide to the left side, the 3 receivers set. 2 backs alongside McQuillan to the gun. 2nd and 11 to the 49. Down to 9:17 to go in the game. Vikings lead by 8. Shotgun snap. Here's McQuillan rolling right, being chased by Olsen Tinglestead, and Aiden gets to him. A sack back to the 37-yard line. And look at it, Tommy Butler along the far sideline. The coach of the Squirrels fired up as Aiden Olsen Tinglestead fought off the blocker and wraps up McQuillan for a loss. Back to the 37-yard line. That's a loss of 12. That's the first sack by the Squirrels defense tonight, and it's 3rd in a bunch. 3rd and 23 now. Back at the 37-yard line of the Vikings. 8:40 to go in the ball game. They'll put McKinney and split him out wide to the left side. Slot left goes Caleb Klabundi. Now they'll motion Swenson out to the left as well on 3rd down. McQuillan back to throw, fires over the middle. It is caught, I believe. Klabundi the catch. Took a hit and hangs on to the 48-yard line. They get 15 of it back on the catch to Klabundi. And it will bring up 4th down. 4th and 8 as catch made for 15 by Caleb Klabundy. Will bring up 4th down, brings up 4th and about 8. Inside of 8 minutes to go. Down to 7:56 to go. Sunram will punt. And here comes the kick. Deutsch makes the catch 17-yard line. Looking for space at the 20, and Jake is wrapped up and down at the 22-yard line. Charlie Beaver into the tackle. It is a 5-yard return for Deutsch. And it will be 1st and 10 now with 7:44 to go in the ball game and a 22-14 lead. Punt of 31 yards. And here come the Squirrels. It has not been a pretty game by any stretch of the imagination, but they've done enough to hang around. 1st and 10 to the 22-yard line. An 8-point game. 7:44 to go in the ball game. Brendan Maggio. Wiersma to his left, takes a chest-high snap, back to throw at the 15. Sidesteps to his left, floats one left side. Prochnow makes the catch. Nice adjustment, coming back for the ball, and makes the catch. Wrapped up and down by Klabundy at the 50-yard line. 1st down, Central Cass. Ball underthrown, but Prochnow coming back for the ball and actually kind of sat on it and waited and made the grab. 1st down, 26 on the connection, and a 1st down to the midfield stripe. Second catch for Prochnow, over 80 yards receiving. Wiersma on 1st down. He'll fight his way to about the 47, close to the 46-yard line. Owen Wiersma picks up 3. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7. 7:18 to go here. So Maggio, a 7th completion, 159 yards by our count, 26 in the previous completion. Prochnow 2 catches and 88 yards. 17 carries for Wiersma now, 53 yards, 2nd down and 7 from the 47-yard line. Ellison motions back to the backfield. Maggio back to throw. Brendan looking. Has time. Deep drop. Scrambles to his left. Fires left side. Incomplete. Trying to come across the field for the ball was Deutsch. Incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down and 7. Plenty of time. That time for Brendan Maggio. Stayed patient, able to just kind of slide off to his left that time. Nothing really developed deep downfield. He tried to see if there was something underneath. That previous touchdown drive, they were able to find Ellison out of that soft middle. 3rd down and 7 to the 47-yard line. Deutsch, one of the 2 receivers, bunched wide to the right side of the field. 3rd and 7 now at the 47. Maggio out of the gun, back to throw. Here comes pressure from Sunram, chases him out to his right. Maggio scrambling. Now at the 50, he'll run. Brendan 45, and it's shoved out of bounds by Jacob Hyatt, shy of the 1st down to around the 42 and 43-yard line. Now, as a play on that late in the game against Lisbon in the 4th quarter, it's going to be 4th and 3, but it was a play like that towards the near sideline in that first game of the year where he got hurt, suffered a very deep knee bruise late in the 4th quarter of that game. Squirrels will go for it here, line to gain the 40. Trailing by 8, 6:40 to go. It's 4th down and 3 at the 43-yard line. Crowd comes to life here at Jerlow Field. Maggio back to throw, pressure, fires underneath, incomplete. Got some pressure from the edge. Intended for Ellison. Max McQuillan on coverage. Brendan took a shot. As he delivered that ball, he stayed steadfast in the pocket. Knew a hit was coming. Pass incomplete. And the Vikings turn him over on downs with 6:36 to go. Hanging on to an 8-point lead. 1st and 10 now at the 43-yard line. Picked up 1 first down on the completion to midfield that time. It'll be 1st and 10 now at the 43-yard line. Update the scoreboard right now. Wyndmere Lidgerwood leading Findlay Sharon Hope Page in the 4th, 36-0. 1st and 10 now. Vikings have it on their own 43-yard line. Just over 6.5 to go. 22-14. Klabundy in motion. He'll take the handoff on the jet sweep. Caleb Klabundy turns at the right hash 45 and out to the 48-yard line. Productive play. Picks up 5 there as Klabundy on his first carry of the night.
Gain of about 4 on the play. That'll bring up.
And Eli Heinrich shaken up, injured in the first half. And hasn't returned for the night, so we've seen a variety of ball carriers. McKinney, that's Klabundi's first carry of the night, brings up 2nd down and 5. Each team, all 3 timeouts left. Play clock is at 16. The Vikings lead 22-14. Lucas Klabundi in, wide to the left side. 3 receivers set. They'll split out Ethan McKinney wide to the right side. Ellison single coverage on him with Snusky the other corner. Will work on Klabundi. Up the middle. It's Trey Heinrich to the midfield stripe. Wrapped up there. Pickup of 2.
Carried by number 24, Trey Heinrich.
Brandon, is that Haugen or Preston? It is Haugen on the stop there for Central Cass. 3rd down and 3 coming at the 50. Trey Heinrich, 9 carries, 10 yards, and key 3rd down here. Matt Pearson checks into the game, and senior wide receiver for the Vikings. Caleb Klabundi will do the same. Charlie Beaver will come out. 5:18 to go. 1st down here, and you could let that clock be your friend. The Squirrels probably don't need to burn any timeouts at this point. Still plenty of time left. 3rd and 3 at midfield. Play clock is under 10, now down to 5. On the option, McQuillan. Pitch to the outside. That is Swenson gets free. 1st down, turns back to the middle of the field. Veers right at the 35-30. A flag is down to the 25-20. Swenson inside the 5 is going to be down. The ball comes out. He's down close to the goal line. There is a penalty flag down back towards the line of scrimmage as Jorgen Swenson on the option pitch caught it near side of the numbers, came across the field, broke a tackle, ran around a pair of other Central Cass defenders that time around, and got all the way down to the goal line, but it's going to be a moot point. It's going to be a hold against Kindred. It was an exciting run nonetheless there for Jorgen Swenson, but all for naught. Holding the call against Kindred. 10th in the spot of the foul. Kindred now their 4th penalty of the 2nd half. 5 on the game now for a total of 40 yards. So that'll send it back. It's going to be 3rd and long. So they're back at the 37-yard line. Line to gain is the 47. And it'll be 3rd down and 16 now from the 37-yard line. Swenson will motion out of the backfield. McQuillan back to throw. Rolling right. Fires on the run. It is nearly intercepted. 2 Central Cass players collided with one another, and that might have cost him a pick. Ellison and Roden. It looked like it was Ellison that was set for the interception. He collided with his teammate Roden. The ball drops between them incomplete. Well, it will be 4th down and long, but they might have ran themselves out of a pick. 4:45 left. Sunram will punt. Riley Sunram back inside his 25. Deutsch had a nice punt return. A portion of it wiped out earlier on a penalty in the 4th quarter. He is back and setting up shop at his 30. Let's see what kind of punt rush the Squirrels will throw out there. Helmet high snap. Here comes pressure, and they get it away. And over end kick. Deutsch up on the ball at the 40-yard line. Jake at the 40 looking for room and slides down to the 43-yard line. Came running in, sprinting in on that ball. A short kick that time. 23-yard punt from Sunram and a return of about 3. 4:36 left. Squirrels trying to beat the Vikings for the first time since 2013. They have not led tonight. It was 7-0 Vikings after 1, 14-6 at halftime, 22-6 after 3, and a touchdown earlier here in the 4th. And Central Cass, it has been a little bit of a disjointed, not a pretty game by any stretch of the imagination, but they've got themselves a chance. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. Vikings trying to move to 3-0 in the season. Maggio out of the shotgun, back to throw. Protection holds at the 35, steps up in the pocket. Brendan will run. 45, hammered down by McKinney at the 48-yard line. A pickup of 5. As Maggio has not really had happy feet in the pocket. He's stayed very patient. And that time, sensing some trouble and seeing that the middle was open. I'm going to say 6 on the scramble for Maggio will make it 2nd and 4 now. 6 on the scramble, 2nd and 4, just shy of midfield. 4 minutes right now in the ball game. 22-14 Vikings. Maggio back to throw at the 40. Pocket closing in, steps up, fires underneath, and it is caught. It's like Shapeski the catch, and it is. Ashton Zapeski with the catch. It's going to be a 1st down to the Viking 43-yard line. Ashton's first catch, and that'll be a 1st down. Maggio's 8th completion. Aston Japeski for 8 yards and a first down. Tommy Butler talking about Ashton filling in at tight end for the injured Cade McKinnon, done for the year with a torn ACL and MCL. 1st and 10 now. They're in the Kindred territory at the 42-yard line. Maggio on the gun, back to throw. Looking. He fires underneath, and they hang on. Chapeski the catch again inside the 40 to the 36-yard line, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 8 to the 36-yard line. So 2 on the catch underneath there for Chapeski. 2nd and 8 now from the 36-yard line. Make it 2nd and 3, beg your pardon. 2nd and 3, so 7 on that catch. And a flag down. Some movement right as the ball was snapped. And that's going to back him up.
False start penalty on the Squirrels.
So that'll back him up. False start against Central Cass. 2nd and 3 will become 2nd down and 8 now. Back at the 41-yard line. So another penalty for Central Cass. Counting it up here, 8 penalties on the night. So moves it back to the 41. Inside of 3 minutes to play here in the ball game. Down to 2:52 and rolling. Kindred 22, Central Cass 14. Deutsch wide to the right side. 3 receivers set on 2nd down. Maggio back to throw at his 50. Pocket closing in, fires a wobbler left side. It is caught. Prochnow the 20 down the sideline. He's going to go in for the touchdown. Looked like the defender may have slipped. He caught it around the 20, turning upfield and scores. It's a 2-point game at 22-20.
And a Central Cass touchdown.
It'll go for 41 yards to Prochnow, and the Squirrels are a 2-point conversion away from tying it. So Prochnow, his 3rd catch, up over 100 yards receiving. That goes for 41. Make it 42 and a touchdown. 22-20, 2-point conversion to try and tie it. Man coming in motion, Deutsch. Rolling right is Maggio. Looking, fires underneath. It is in and out of the hands of Deutsch and incomplete. Beaver was there. So was Clubundy, and one of those two might have gotten maybe a fingertip or 2 on it. Intended for Deutsch at the goal line, and the conversion fails.
Central Cass 20, the Kindred Vikings 22.
So 2:35 to go. It is a 2-point game. 22-20, Vikings with the lead. Quick timeout. We're back with more in 30 seconds.
Tonight, I'll be eating chicken tikka masala with garlic naan. Cheers.
I win again. Patrick.
That's Sir Patrick.
Ooh, sir. Tonight, I'll be eating roasted cauliflower tacos with spicy chipotle sauce. Thank you. Oh! I wasn't ready!
You want cheese to go with that wine?
(22-20), a 57-yard drive for Central Cass, 2 minutes and 1 second. Prochnow, 42-yard reception from Brendan Maggio. However, the 2-point conversion fails. 2:35 left. You've got to be thinking onside kick here. The Squirrels have all 3 timeouts, both teams with all 3 timeouts left. But the Vikings anticipating an onside or a squib or pooch kick of some sort. Beaver and Caleb Clubundy back deep. As Maggio, no, it's going to be Eli Boer that has it teed up at the 40. Squib kick, kind of more of a pooch kick. Recovered. Matt Pearson falls on it at the Viking 40-yard line. 2:34 left. And the Vikings go to work on 1st down and 10
at the Vikings 40-yard line.
at the 40. And each team, all 3 timeouts left. Oaks wins over Oak Grove, 64-21 the final score. St. Mary's leading Beulah out of the Community Bowl, 21-13. Cavalier shut out St. John, 2 top 5 teams in 9-man, and the Tornadoes with a 38-0 win. Thompson losing to Lisbon. Broncos a big second half and 132-6. 1st and 10 to the 40-yard line. Out of the pistol, McQuillan. Right side, it is Heinrich to the 43, close to the 44. For a pickup of 3, close to 4. Trey Heinrich for 3 and a timeout.
Gain of 3 on the play. Timeout on the field called by
Central Cass takes the timeout. First charge timeout to the Squirrels. They have 2 remaining. Take a break again. 2:27 to go in the fourth. 2nd and 7 for the Vikings when we come back. 22-20 Kindred. We're back in 30 seconds.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
2nd and 7. Central Cass taking their first timeout. Coverage brought to you by Castleton Lumber, Otter Tail Power Company, by Bank North, Mustang Seeds of Castleton, Kelly's Cafe in Arthur, the Ringneck of Leonard, Jerry's Excavating of Castleton. 2:27 left, Kindred 22, Central Cass 20. We thought it would be a heck of a matchup with these two teams in the top 5 in AA, and it is not disappointed. Vikings will have 2nd down and 7 on the 43. Toss left side. Heinrich cuts back and slowed down by Olsen Tingelstead and brought down. Make it Jorgen Swenson on the carry. It'll be a loss of a couple back to the 41. A multiple movement there by the Vikings. Aiden Olsen Tingelstead able to wrap him up, and they're going to mark him down back at the 40-yard line. We'll keep it here as Central Cass takes their 2nd charge timeout. Swenson loses 3, 5 carries, 13 yards for Jorgen Swenson. He had a long run of close to 60 yards, called back on a penalty. So 3rd and 10, 2:20 to go here in the ball game. Central Cass has already burned a pair of timeouts. They have not led tonight. In fact, it was 22-16 after 3 quarters. The Squirrels cut it to 8 after a 4-play, 42-yard drive in just over 90 seconds. Big pass play to Will Ellison set the Squirrels up into the red zone. And it was a 3-yard touchdown run for Wiersma. 2-point conversion was good to make it 22-14. And then just moments ago, a 57-yard drive and a 42-yard pass and touchdown connection as Maggio to Prochnow for 6. Prochnow has 3 receptions and 130 yards by our numbers, and this could be your ball game right now. 3rd and 10 to the 40-yard line. The crowd stirred up on a cool night here in Cass County. Trips to the left side, 4 receivers set. Out of the gun, McQuillan. Backs back to throw inside his 35, avoids pressure, scrambles to his right. He'll take off. He's at the 45, hits contact, and it'll be short of the first down. Stopped by Sam Badger at the 47-yard line. He did take a shot as he did step up in the pocket and trying to scramble for the first down. Badger able to stay at home, a pickup of 7, and the Squirrels will take their 3rd and final timeout. So 7 on the run, 4th and 3. Time out of the field, 2:11 to go in the 4th. Kindred 22, Central Cass 20. We're back in 30 seconds.
Since 1996, Giants have been a go-to snack in the Midwest. We thank you for your continued trust in Giants to provide you the best quality sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, pistachios, and our delicious cashews.
Fourth and 3, punt unit out for the Vikings. We'll see if they put a little heat on Sunram or if they may try to set up for a return with the explosive Jake Deutsch back at the 20-yard line. Sunram to punt for the Vikings back at his 33-yard line. Snap a good one. Riley gets a line drive kick away. It will take a bounce up the middle of the field. Deutsch will let it go and will come to rest at the 20-yard line with 2:01 to play. At the 20, so a 33-yard punt. Sunram does his job. 2:01 left. 80 yards to go to pay dirt for the Squirrels. They are out of timeouts. 1st and 10 on the 20. And the Squirrels rally 14 fourth quarter points to make it interesting. Now Can they try and finish the deal and beat their arch rivals here in Cass County for the first time since 2015? And try and make it 4 straight wins and 2-0 in East Region play. This is the East Region opener for the Vikings. Game last week was postponed against Valley City. 1st and 10, Squirrels of the 20. Back to throw Maggio. Deep drop of the 10. Protection holds. Fires a wobbler left side and a double coverage, and it's caught. Prochnow again at the 45. Brought down there and a first down. Leaping grab in between 2 defenders for 35 and a first down. First down, 35-yard connection. Prochnow with another big play. He's now up over 160 yards receiving on 4 catches. 1st and 10 now at the 45, inside of 2 minutes to go. Squirrels down by 2 out of the gun, Maggio. Back to throw at the 46, backpedals to his 45, pressured by McKinney. Fires over the middle, Deutsch the catch. First down at the 30 and comes to rest, settled down to the 25-yard line. Brought down by McQuillan. That's another first down. Hurry up offense. We'll set it down at just shy of the 25. As Deutsch underneath for the grab and an official's timeout. No, Kindred's going to take a timeout. They will mark it at the 25-yard line. That's 20 on the catch for Deutsch. And the Vikings have to take a timeout. 1:38 to play. We'll keep it here. As 2 passes, 1 for 35 yards to Prochnow. And now that one to Deutsch, 2 for 55 yards, and they're just outside the red zone are the Squirrels with 1:38 to go. And Brendan Maggio has completed his last 5 passes by my numbers. He's 12 of 26 for 270 yards, and those last 5 completions have gone for a grand total of, let's count it up here, there was 20 on that catch to Deutsch, so 8, 15, 57, 112 yards on those 5 consecutive completions for Brendan Maggio. 1:38 to go, and 2 completions, good for 55 total yards. And Maggio, to his credit, the offensive line has done a pretty good job giving him adequate time to throw, but he has stayed very patient and very steadfast in the pocket. He's taken his share of hits tonight. He has thrown 1 pick. He is also connected for 1 touchdown pass. 1st and 10 now. Squirrels have it on the Viking 25. Trailing by 2, 22-20 in favor of the Vikings. Maggio back to throw. Here comes pressure, and he tries to get rid of it. Pass is incomplete. He was still in the pocket. And they're going to say no, an incomplete pass. Vikander got to him, and right before his knee hit the ground, was able to get to that ball. There was a receiver in sight, and even though he wasn't in the pocket, there was a receiver within about 2 or 3 yards of the ball. 4th play of the drive here. Clock stop at a minute 32 to go. Trips to the right side with Ellison, Deutsch, and Wisniewski. Prochnow single coverage wide to the left. Low snap, Maggio digs it out on 2nd down. Fires underneath, it is incomplete. Coverage there by Jacob Hyatt, so Hyatt coming back on coverage intended for Owen Wiersma out of the backfield, incomplete. 3rd and 10. 1:26 to play in the ball game. It was a 10-point game last year, 25-15. Kindred won, punching in a late touchdown. They have 2 downs to get the first down, as Ellison's going to check out of the game. Slot right is Deutsch. Now they'll keep Ellison in. Slot receiver to the left side. 3rd and 10 now from the Kindred 25-yard line. Maggio, Wiersma to his right. Brendan back to throw. He'll fire right side for Deutsch, and it is broken up at the goal line and incomplete by McQuillan. Great play by Max McQuillan. For an instant, it looked like Deutsch was free at the goal line to make a play on that ball, and broken up at the last instant by safety Max McQuillan, and it's 4th and 10. So Maggio, 12 of 29, 270 yards. Here's your ball game. 4th and 10 from the Viking 25. Squirrels out of timeouts, down by 2. Back to throw, here's Maggio at his 35. Fires over the middle, it is incomplete. Intended for Ellison. Trey Heinrich on coverage, had him blanketed well, trying to hit Maggio across the middle inside the 10-yard line. incomplete. And the Vikings turn over the Squirrels on downs with 1:14 left. And it should be victory formation here for the Vikings. After 2 completions, got him to the 25, 4 straight incomplete passes. McQuillan with a great pass breakup at the goal line, and excellent coverage there by Trey Heinrich denying Will Ellison. And 1:14 to go. It'll be 1st and 10, and it is victory formation for the Kindred Vikings. McQuillan under center, takes a step back, and takes a knee. And we'll see 1, maybe 2 more kneel downs of the football will maybe put this baby to bed. Well, a hard-fought game as the Vikings will beat the Squirrels for the 3rd straight time. That's over a stretch of 5 seasons. Again, didn't play in 2017 and 2018 as play clock is down to 13. They can take the game clock down under 30 seconds. Now they hustle under center. McQuillan takes a peek back behind him at the clock, takes 1 more knee, and that should put this to rest. Clock winding down on this one. A valiant rally by Central Cass is going to fall just 2 points short. As the clock winding down, 15 seconds to go here in the ball game, and Kindred's going to hang on. Had a 22-6 lead going into the 4th quarter. The Squirrels rallied back, got to within 2, but could not get the game-tying 2-point conversion. And had a chance late after 2 completions, got him to the 25, 4 incomplete passes late. And the Kindred Vikings did just enough to stay unbeaten. The 3rd-ranked Vikings move to 3-0 as they go to 1-0. They go to 3-0 overall, 1-0 in the region. The winning streak ends for the Squirrels at 3 games. They fall to 3-2 on the year. Be a tough test for Central Cass coming up. They'll host Hillsborough Central Valley, the defending 2A champions, at Farmers Union Insurance Field coming up. That'll be on the 9th next Friday night. Kindred back at home. They'll take on the Wahpeton Huskies here at Jerlow Field next Friday night as well. Post-game report up next. Final score in this one. Kindred 22, Central Cass 20. Stay tuned. Our post-game report comes up after this 3-minute timeout.
Tonight, I'll be eating chicken tikka masala with garlic naan. Cheers.
I win again. Patrick.
That's Sir Patrick.
Ooh, sir. Tonight, I'll be eating roasted cauliflower tacos with spicy chipotle sauce. Thank you. Oh! I wasn't ready!
You want cheese to go with that wine?
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Post-game report, a 22-20 Kindred Viking win tonight. Brad Anderson here, Jeremy McIntyre producing things at our studios. Well, it wasn't always the prettiest game at times. You kind of wondered with Kindred after that long layoff, and there were times they definitely looked fresh. If they had any nicks and bruises, those healed up pretty quick. They looked fresh to start, but a little rusty, a little bit of both at times. And Central Cass had a tough time figuring out that Kindred defense until late, and then finally hit some big plays through the air. And all in all, you mix it all together, and sometimes some pretty, sometimes not so much. But at the end, a 2-point game, and the visiting team trying to rally and come back and down 16, and they certainly made it interesting. The Kindred defense came up with some big stops late as McQuillan breaking up that pass for Deutsch at the goal line. Big defensive stop, Trey Heinrich with a pass defense as they tried to find Ellison across the middle late on that 4th down attempt, and Kindred did just enough to get it done and stay perfect at 3-0. They'll take on the Wahpeton Huskies coming up next Friday night here in Kindred. Checking out some scores, a little over a minute to go. Northern Cass will pick up their second win. The Jags lead Ellendale Edgeley-Colm. Looks like it'll be a homecoming win, 34-8 for the Jaguars there. Wyndmere Lidgerwood a 36-0 lead late in the 4th quarter on Finley Sharon Hope Page. Check out some other scores. Lisbon had a big second half, won 32-6 over Thompson, so the Broncos remain unbeaten. And right now, really the inside track on taking home the Region 1 regular season title. Lemoore Litchfield Marion routes Tri-State tonight, 70-12. Griggs Mid-Dakota in a wild game, 58-40 over Larimore. Mayport CG, a 62-14 win over Richland. They remain perfect. Mayport CG at LLM at Townsend Field in Lemoore. That should be a terrific game coming up next Friday night. Valley City and Wahpeton in AA are headed to overtime. They're at overtime. Highliners and Huskies, 14 apiece in that matchup. Some other scores, St. Mary's leading Beulah. Or actually, that is a final now. So St. Mary's remains perfect as they defeat the Beulah Miners 21-13. Hillsborough Central Valley plays tomorrow. They'll be at Roller Field in Devils Lake for an afternoon matchup against the Firebirds. Oaks defeating Oak Grove tonight by a score of 64-21. Just some scores from around the region. Here the Vikings win it tonight, 22-20 over the Squirrels. Beat the Squirrels for the 3rd time in the last 5 years and the 3rd straight time they have defeated the Central Cass Squirrels. Taking a look at the final numbers here on this one. First downs 4-3 in favor of Central Cass, 8 for the Squirrels, 7 for the Vikings. 6 total turnovers in the game, 1 in the second half. Each team turned it over 3 times total in the game. Sam Badger coming up with a fumble recovery for the Squirrels in the 3rd quarter. He and Aiden Olsen-Tinglestead with fumble recoveries. As AOT also had a sack of Max McQuillan in the second half. Adam Roden with an interception. Chase Miller had a pick for Kindred as the Squirrels turned it over 3 times in the first half, but none in the second half, each team with 3 turnovers. Penalties, the Squirrels penalized 8 times. In the second half, they were penalized 5 times, totaling up the yardage here for 45 yards. 8 penalties for 58 yards for Central Cass tonight. Kindred penalized 4 times in the second half for a total of 35 yards, 5 penalties, 40 yards on the evening. Scoring drives in the second half. Vikings led 14-6 at the half, added to the lead. And that was on their second offensive series. They scored on one play, a one-play 32-yard drive in 9 seconds. It was Quarterback Max McQuillan finding Caleb Klabundi for a 32-yard touchdown. 2-point conversion was good. Score came with 8:49 to go in the third, 22-6 in favor of the Vikings. Squirrels came back with a vengeance in the fourth quarter. They scored with 10:04 to go in the fourth quarter. A 4-play, 42-yard drive that took just over 90 seconds. Big play on that drive was a pass connection to Will Ellison that took the ball down inside the 5. Wiersma scored on a 3-yard touchdown run, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. He also ran in the 2-point conversion. It was an 8-point game. 10:04 to go in the fourth, 22-14 in favor of the Vikings. And Central Cass got it back with 4:36 to go, went 57 yards in just over 2 minutes. 42-yard pass connection. Brendan Maggio finding Logan Prochnow at a big night, as Prochnow had 4 receptions, totaling up the numbers here. I had him for 4 catches and 165 yards. That one went for 42 and a touchdown. With 2:35 to go, Squirrels went for 2, but the pass for Deutsch at the goal line was broken up and incomplete, and it was 22-20. Kindred went 3 and out. Central Cass took all their timeouts, got the ball back on a punt, and got it back at their own 20-yard line with 2:01 to go, and 2 pass completions right out of the gate. 35 yards to Prochnow down to the Kindred 45. Found Deutsch for 20 more on the next play. They had 1st and 10 on the Kindred 25. The Vikings took a timeout, and they stiffened up. 4 incomplete passes, a big pass breakup by McQuillan, denying a pass for Jake Deutsch at the goal line near sideline. And then on 4th down, they tried to hit Ellison down the middle, and that was broken up nicely by Trey Heinrich. And that ended the ball game there, 22-20, the final score, as Kindred comes away with the win. Let's take a look at the individual numbers right now. Kindred, led by Max McQuillan, passing 9 of 17, 144 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 touchdowns and 1 interception, as they found McKinney for a score in the first half. Ethan McKinney was his favorite target tonight, as he had 4 catches by my numbers for 91 yards. Caleb Klabundi had 2 catches, 47 yards plus a touchdown. Eli Heinrich also attempting an option pass. That one fell incomplete. He was 0 for 1. Some of the other receivers tonight for the Vikings. Charlie Beaver, 1 catch, no yards. Correction on Klabundi. He had 3 catches for 53 yards tonight. 1 catch and 1 yard for Trey Heinrich, also receiving for Kindred tonight, as they end up with 144 yards through the air this evening. For Central Cass, they were led by Brendan Maggio, passing 12 of 20, or 12 of 30 for 270 yards, as he threw 1 touchdown pass. That was to Prochnow. Leading receivers, we mentioned Prochnow, 4 catches and 165 yards. Jake Deutsch had, let's count up his numbers. He had 3 receptions for a total of 35 yards. Will Ellison had 2 catches, 50 yards tonight. Owen Wiersma, 1 catch for 26 yards. And those are your leading receivers tonight for the Central Cass Squirrels. Correction on Wiersma, he had 1 reception and 6 yards tonight. But the big game for Prochnow, leading their receiving corps for Central Cass tonight. They threw for 270 yards. On the ground, they were really held in check, as counting quarterback sacks against Brendan Maggio's rushing yardage. 42 yards on the ground. Wiersma, 17 carries, 53 yards and a touchdown. Sam Badger, 2 carries, 3 yards, and a touchdown plunge of a yard in the second quarter. Then Maggio, 7 carries, minus 14 yards on the ground. So 42 yards rushing, 312 yards total offense for Central Cass tonight. Kindred on the ground. Eli Heinrich, 6 carries, 20 yards, left the game with an injury in the first half and did not return. 6 for 20 for Heinrich. Trey Heinrich, 10 carries, 13 yards. Ethan McKinney, 3 carries, minus 5 yards. Jorgen Swenson, 5 carries, 13 yards. 1 carry, 5 yards for Caleb Klabundi on a jet sweep. And 11 carries, minus 8 yards for Max McQuillan. So totaling up the run yardage, there was also a team loss of 6 on a fumble as well. Just 32 yards on the ground for the Kindred Vikings, and they win despite under 200 yards of total offense, unofficially 176 for the Vikings tonight. That'll do it here this evening, as we have a busy week coming up here at 103.9 The Truck next week, as we'll have volleyball on Monday, a makeup matchup with Enderlin at Maple Valley, as the Raiders, after being halted due to some COVID-19 cases within the volleyball program, started play again this week. It was a match that was postponed from the 17th of September. They will meet in Tower City, the Eagles and Raiders, about 7 o'clock Monday night here at 103.9 The Truck and 103.9thetruck.com. And then also Tuesday, volleyball, Central Cass at Sargent County, 7 o'clock kickoff, or 7 o'clock first serve, I should say. Football next Friday night. We'll have Finley Sharon Hope Page at Buffalo to face Enderlin Maple Valley with a 7 o'clock kickoff from Buffalo. That'll do it tonight. Is certainly a fun one. Always a good one with these two teams, and we certainly hope that you enjoyed it. Big thanks to our sponsors, and thanks to Jeremy McIntyre producing things at our studio.